You know, turn that fan off.
Fuck.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Cool dude.
Thumbs up.
It's cool.
Cool dude.
It's cool.
Sup, cool dudes.
Sup.
Only the cool dudes get my thumbs up.
My ninja.
What's he doing over there?
Do you think the Dragon Balls can restore someone's virginity?
Do you think the Dragon Balls can restore my back?
No.
Do you think the
Nothing
Dragon
can.
Balls are spherical?
Suck my nuts.
Did you
Yeah, of course they're spherical. They're balls.
Did you
Not
guys
dragon
know-
eggs?
Disputable.
Disputable.
Did you guys know that there are super Dragon Balls?
We have to
and
gather
they're
the
size of
7 deadly
planets?
dragon super eggs.
The seven deadly Dargans. We're technically adults.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, that they
Podcast
fought
number 2.
They fought Dargans in GT. That's what they were fighting. They were
Gran
fighting.
Turismo.
They were fighting the Shadow Dragons.
Yeah, actually, the 7 Dwagons of Flaming.
They were fighting.
I never
the
finished
Dargans.
watching GT.
It had a good ending. I actually hated its
I
ending.
think I got to about the Para.
Bunparapara. You mean you weren't having fun with Bunparapara?
Maybe not. Maybe not the most fun.
Strange.
Dude.
Most people consider GT the best Dragon Ball series.
Well, shit, I guess I gotta get on that.
Yeah,
Dude, Super Saiyan 4 is super cool.
it's really cool. Oh, you never saw Super Saiyan 4?
I've seen pictures, and I've played
That's
games.
not good enough.
Yeah, that's not... No, you need to
Watch
see
the
it as it
anime,
happens.
okay? You'll really enjoy it.
Actually, there isn't a lot of that.
I
Because
think
he's a child when he's powering.
actually, yeah, there's no
Doesn't sound like that.
Sean Schemmel power-up stuffs. Because Sean Schemmel wasn't even in it.
Well, he didn't even play Super Saiyan 4 Goku?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Didn't he become a big man when he did that?
No.
Yeah,
well,
but-
he became Goku.
Did he
I'll
just
find out.
talk?
It
Not?
didn't sound... Maybe it was Sean Schemmel, but I don't remember.
I don't
Who
think
else would
so.
you get to do the voice of Super Saiyan 4 Goku's?
Schemmel Sean.
His cousin.
It's Seamus Shemelmish!
His cousin, Sean Shabalpa.
Alright.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're actually starting the podcast.
No, this is all in it.
Oh, no, I'm not cutting anything
I'm
out.
cutting
You
shit.
think I got time for that shit? What do we start with again?
Show and tell. What have you been playing? What have you been doing? You want to start, Joe?
No.
Oh, I guess you should introduce, again,
Our new guest, Miles.
the rotating guest chair, Miles.
That's rude. I'm one of the founding members. Y'all can go fuck yourselves.
I'm one of the founding fathers, okay?
In the other rotating guest chair
Hi,
is Joseph.
I'm Joseph.
In the final rotating guest chair is
You
me.
start with your fucking
Chris.
games played. I'm salty now.
Chris is gonna start. Did you start last time?
I did start.
Okay, Chris will start this time.
Alright, I've been playing...
Why?
I'll
Who
start.
died and made you God?
I'll start never. No one had to
Are you
die. I
God?
was just always God.
Can I have a bus?
Actually, first of all, no. Every week I require somebody to die in order for me to maintain
But if I
Godship.
had a bus,
Okay.
people would thank me.
Good to know.
Okay, nah. You don't even like that game.
Fuck
You don't get to meme about Fortnite.
Fuck school. What have I been playing? I've been playing Yakuza.
A lot of Yakuza.
I finished Yakuza 0 finally.
It took you a year and a half?
Of not playing it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I started a new game about a month ago
Yep.
and beat it last week.
And,
And I really like it. That is Game of the Year candidate.
give me a rating out of 10. 8.
At least, probably 9 or 10.
9 or 10?
Actually,
Okay.
yeah, I legit love that game. Everything about it. And I started up Kiwami right after it because that's my plans.
Kiwami is the first one.
Remake of the first one. And at first I wasn't super hot on it because it has a bit of a wonky intro, but
Yeah,
with the
no.
Majima's everywhere thing where he's literally everywhere, I've shown you guys some of that. That shit is fucking retarded.
Sometimes he bowls. Sometimes zombies.
Sometimes zombies. Sometimes pine cones.
Yeah.
Giant road pine cones.
You never know when they're hiding under... Oh, yeah, the world doesn't call them pine cones.
No, it's pylons.
Okay.
That's a you thing.
That's-
And by extension a me thing.
Okay.
It's pine cones. Miles, you call them pine cones?
The
Yeah,
big
but
orange things on the road? Those are pine cones? Are you
No, I was trying
paying
to-
attention to the
I was
podcast?
No, I was trying to find
It was Sean
who does
Schmelz.
Goku's voice.
Oh.
And I think it's throwing in all of them into the same thing, so it's never going to tell me which one.
Well,
Oh,
schmeckle.
yeah. Okay.
So,
But yeah,
We'll Google it later and find out for the next podcast.
I literally today just finished, I think, chapters 4 and 5 for Yakuza.
You
No,
need to-
3 and 4.
you need to play more of it.
3 and 4.
So you get to play as Majima then.
I'm
I
into
am currently
chapter
playing
2.
What'd you think of
No,
that?
I just switched back to Kiryu. So I think it's chapter 5.
What'd you think of that Majima intro?
It's pretty great.
Right?
He's a great host. I like that.
Yeah. It's really good.
I like his baseball fighting style.
Slugger, yeah.
I like that one the most.
Does he have 3 fighting styles?
Yes.
Yeah. To start. There's an unlockable 4th one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Do I have to do crazy amounts of side missions to do that?
You have to max out the business for him, which is the cabaret club. You're running your own club. Which I think
a lot of people have fun doing.
It's just a really good money maker.
It was so good they added it into 2.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to have like the easiest time of that, there's a bunch of side stuff you would also need to do around it to hire the best girls to run your club better. But
you mean I have to do more of those missions?
you don't have to. You can beat the cabaret club stuff without them, but
if they get me the most money, then I'm gonna go get them.
Yeah.
More bitches, more money.
You also partner with businesses, and you want to max them out to.
More business, more money.
When any of the girls step out of line, do I get to beat them with a bat?
Yes. That's the slugger thing.
No.
I'm returning it.
When any of the other businesses step out of line, do you get to beat them?
They don't step out of line. Nobody steps out of line.
Why not?
Actually, you can scold the girls.
With hot water?
Yeah.
Or like...
No.
With
What?
with like...
No, but so in the...
or something?
No, in the cabaret club... In the cabaret club minigame, while you're open for business, if you end up partnering like the wrong type of girl with the wrong customer and they're unhappy, the customer will get angry with the girl, and you have a bunch of options where you can apologize, you can give the customer a gift, or you can scold the girl in front of the customer.
Can you beat the customer?
No, what?
No, Majima's not allowed to hit his
Yeah,
face.
the customer is king.
Can you make the customer beat themselves?
Yes. Well, that's kind of what actually
Using
happens
advanced magic.
in the first video.
I'll need to see it then.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
When I do it, we'll discuss it.
Well, that's the whole thing is like Majima is...
Because we could just discuss it now.
As God.
Yeah. Majima's like the king of playing roles, right? So if he's going to be a host, he's going to be the best fucking host ever, kind of thing.
He's going to be a crazy guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be the best fucking
So in the
guy.
intro of him, when he has a customer being all riley and feeling up the girls and stuff, and when the
you did tell me about that.
When the guy gets physical with him, he just like kills him with kindness.
Use instant movement.
And just dodges out of the way and stuff. It's great.
There's one part where he's like, "Would you like a hot towel?" So it's like,
yeah, it's like as a counterattack action rather than like turning on him and beating the shit out of him. It's like a towel for you, sir.
You appear to be struggling.
This may help you.
All right, what else have you been playing?
Just surprised, announced, and released out of nowhere on the Switch was Into the Breach, which is one I showed you guys a little bit yesterday. Is that strategy, pixely, time travel-y, mechy thing, and
it seems really cool.
I fucking love it. It's more of a puzzle game than a strategy game.
It doesn't have co-op.
I don't think it does. No, it doesn't.
That's
a single player game.
It'd be really cool to play the co-op.
Yeah, there's nothing much to say about that one other than I really love the way that you can see where the enemies are going to attack on each turn. You can plan around it, push them around to avoid taking collateral damage to buildings and your units and shit. It's some tight stuff.
Seems like it's built for the Switch. Like it's the perfect game for
Well, that's the thing. Not only was it like announced and released at the same time, it runs flawlessly on the Switch.
Indie game that's okay on the Switch? Excuse me?
Other than Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
What?
There had to be one.
Well, that was the other one that was announced and released at the same time.
I haven't played that game.
Hollow Knight?
It's good. It's
Hollow Knight's
huge.
fantastic. I will play Hollow Knight with you.
Is it co-op?
No, but we can pass it off. I played with a buddy. It took us far longer to beat than the game's actual length is. Because we were terrible and lost and doing...
Oh, that's right. You can get straight up lost in that one.
Yeah. I think our playthrough time at the end was like 70 hours. The game's what, 28 hours?
I don't know. I haven't finished it.
It's like 28 hours.
It's probably longer than that now because they keep adding free DLC for it too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it took us that long before any DLC.
Game's massive.
Yeah, no, we were terrible. But it was fun.
Yeah, I haven't been playing anything else though. Actually, it's just been I've been being good and focusing in
finally
on just a couple things. So it's just Yakuza and then surprise.
Yakuza for a bruising because you got a plan now.
Well, yeah,
Yakuza.
Kiwami 2's out now, and I want to play it so hard. And Fist of the North Star is almost out, and Spider-Man's almost out,
and Fist is going to be huge. Spider-Man's going to be big.
Yeah, I think they were saying the story, like the main path, is about 20 hours long, so that's probably a 30 or 40 hour game for me.
Any longer, and I wouldn't be. I'd lose the interest immediately.
And it's weird. Are
you even getting it?
No, I have to see what it looks like. I want to know how bad the.
No, he's gonna wait for me to get it. He's gonna watch. He's gonna experience it through me. He's not gonna buy it.
Probably experience through Chris. I'm not gonna lie.
To be fair, I'm also gonna then watch you play it to decide if I'm.
I need to see how bad the motion blur is, because that's what kills me. And Insomniac always has a disgusting amount of motion blur.
You're probably have a lot of issues with that game.
Like, also, I think my little brother wants it, so I'll get it.
And you like Spider-Man.
Yeah, I do too.
So
Spider-Man's cool, man.
My favorite part about Spider-Man is the villains. He just has the best arrangement of villains of any hero out there. So I can't wait to see who all's in the game. Because Mysterio's in it because he's the dumbest motherfucker.
Was that the blonde girl? No, the blue girl that changed colors?
No, Mysterio's the guy in the green suit with the big fishbowl head and the purple cape.
Who was the blue girl that changed into different people?
That's Mystique. That's X-Men.
Is that in the same universe?
I mean,
technically,
all of Marvel's stuff is,
dope.
You're being a goof.
Thanks, man.
I mean...
Yeah, I don't know much about Spider-Man's villains. I know Octopus, there's a lizard in the sewers.
Yeah, you got it.
Goblin, Baby Goblin, played by James Franco.
Stupid fucking James Franco. Stop being dead.
Well, then you forgot about Hobgoblin.
That's James Franco.
Baby Goblin's Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin.
Actually, I don't know. Was he supposed to be Hobgoblin?
He's supposed to be fucking
I just used to think Hobgoblin looked so cool. He had that orange hood and the pumpkin face and stuff.
I guess I always forget about Venom. Even I just want Venom to be in his own thing.
Because Venom is a villain. And not a villain.
I don't put Spider-Man and Venom together. I put Venom and Carnage together. That's a universe that I like.
Isn't there a Lady Venom too, like a yellow one?
The second that you introduce one of the symbiotes, right? Then the other symbiote shows up. So but then Spider-Man and Venom usually team up to fight Carnage.
Googling.
Because Carnage is more powerful.
Carnage is pure evil type thing, right? Well, he was a symbiote that in a criminal.
His symbiote that bonds with his name's Cletus Cassidy, and he's clinically insane. So then Carnage.
The name Cletus. Dude, she's so cool. She is equipped.
I don't know
for conflict.
She looks
more like Carnage, I guess, but yellow.
That actually looks like it's with what's his face? I think it's Kraven.
I do very much enjoy female variations of male superheroes, and vice versa.
Crossplay.
I really want. Who does ScarJo play? What's her name? Black Widow. I want a male Black Widow, the same suit and everything, super ripped,
like that Solid Snake. Quiet outfit. Yeah.
No, I want everything always, to make it as ridiculous as possible.
Okay, wait. Then, which of the male characters then do you want to see a female variant of then?
A female Iron Man suit would be really cool. I know there is one.
The Iron Heart. You have the statue of it.
Yeah, I want to see it in a movie or something.
I want to see it, but with a white girl.
Yeah. God damn it. I hope the female Thor thing actually happens, the movie for that, because there was rumblings of that starting.
Who was it that... What was the character? Was it the Lady Sif or was it the Jane Foster? Or...
I don't know much about it.
I don't know
much about it.
I haven't been playing much of else actually at all, other than a bit of fucking Fortnite with you guys. I've uninstalled that game for the second time within the last 7 days.
Yeah. Yes. I installed it once. I reinstalled it this morning.
Otherwise, I've just been watching here and there some of that Disenchantment show.
Yes. We've all been slowly getting into that.
I feel like you guys agree where it had a bit of a rough first episode, but by the end of it, it was it had hit stride, and it's just every episode's been better than the last. I
think Miles, you're 3 episodes in. Yeah. I think I'm 9. You're
7 or 8, maybe.
7 or 8.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
We'll all get to 10.
Yeah, I haven't been rushing through it because I know there's more coming. And...
we might as well watch it whenever he's here. So it'll be slow.
It's good.
I don't have Netflix, so
it's by nature of it being on Netflix, they're able to get away with a lot more as far as just raunchy or gratuitous shit. And
I like how that's not and that's. It does that stuff, but that's not the only thing it has to stand on.
Yeah, it's not just shock humor.
Because that kind of stopped being funny, but it blends that shit in with... a lot of people get just beheaded. Yeah. People just die, all the time. And I like that a lot.
Hi, I'm Alpha. What's your name?
I'm drowning. I'm Alpha!
That kind of shit makes me so happy.
They make him out to be this really stupid character, and then he's not actually that stupid. No, but then he is stupid.
He's ignorant, blissfully ignorant, blissfully unaware of the world around him.
He doesn't know what it means to be a dick, and he's discovering it gleefully.
Yeah. He wanted to experience all of this, and now he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a good cast of characters.
Yeah.
They seem to blend well together.
Yeah, for the first time in like an animated show ever, I like the main character.
Yeah.
Like I've always
Princess
hated them.
Tia Beanie.
Yeah, Bean. Like that's fucking great. I could never get attached to any of the other. I never gave Futurama a shot. Yeah. I'll be honest about that.
You probably like it.
Most of the other ones,
That's okay. Sometimes
Futurama was
a little off the rails, though.
Sometimes.
Futurama was the same team, right?
Yep. By the same producer.
At least.
I should check it out. I think I only watched the first bit of the first episode.
And I will say Futurama, I guess
you gotta give it time.
Like first season's the weakest season.
Yeah. I guess that was true of Simpsons as well. And
I wouldn't say that.
First couple episodes.
Yeah, the first couple episodes are kind of like... Because it's introducing all the characters and their dynamics, and then...
Has to
well, and also getting into it now might be rough because you've probably... through other people and other means.
Heard the references and the dialogue. Like, I've probably heard half of the show.
Yeah, and that stuff will probably seem old news to you when this is
That's why I couldn't touch Invader Zim for the longest time.
Yeah.
I had friends that wouldn't fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, you like the show, I don't need to hear the entire thing before
that
I watch
show's
it.
humor hasn't aged entirely super well because
Zim?
It is good. Or at least my memory of it is, but it was a lot of like also random humor.
Newgrounds.
Yeah, Newgrounds humor. But yeah, who's next? I'm done sharing.
I'll go next.
Have you been playing anything?
Not much, really.
Well,
no,
we're upset because WoW is kind of bleh.
Yeah, I hit 120 in BFA, and I have no desire to attempt Mythics right now, so there's really nothing to do. Island expeditions are... There's no point. I don't want to grind Azurite. Each week they're making the amount of Azurite, which is like the experience in the game for your gear.
Wait, is that like Azeroth Stone Azurite?
Yes. Yeah. Because like the Titan Azeroth, it's her stuff.
Azeroth is the person?
Azeroth is a Titan. The planet is a Titan. There's a Titan inside the planet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And she's the strongest Titan.
Wait, there are other Titans? There are other planets?
There are other planets.
Do you go there?
Went to Draenor.
That's a planet.
Yeah.
What a shit show that was.
Yep. Well, Draenor was, that was an expansion that happened. Woo! Outlands was, I don't know where Outlands came from. I might have been Draenor stuff. I don't think so.
Yeah, I know nothing about WoW.
Yeah, well, you have to grind Azurite, and each week they're making the Azurite requirements per level less, so that you don't fall behind everybody.
So what's the point in doing it now then?
Oh, so yeah. Oh, you didn't say that. Okay,
so by the time
definitely not playing.
By the time the second raid is out, like people will be breezing through the first raid, and that's when I feel like 8.1. That's when I got into Legion. That's when I should have started to do BFA stuff. I'm glad I hit 120, and we're halfway there on DK. And you're Frost Mage or Fire Mage?
Because it's funny, but
one.
Like, but I think around the time we recorded our last podcast, you were going like, I'm gonna be doing nothing but playing WoW. Yeah. I'm not even gonna have time for y'all.
I was endlessly excited, and then like the day before the expansion launched, me and Miles were like, "Man, 8.1 is gonna be all the reworks. Like, what's the point right now?" So like, I'm not gonna touch my Druid because Feral's getting reworked. My DK is going to stay the same, and my Warrior is probably going to stay the same. So they're the ones I'm leveling right now. Mage isn't going to get touched. Frost Mage might get nerfed a bit because it's broken.
I will stay as a Frost Mage and boost Void Elf whenever I get it.
Oh yeah, you should probably still be doing the dailies.
Yeah, I know.
And then boost an Elf later. Yeah.
Blech, I know.
Because once you boost it to 110, then I'll level my Druid with you. I'll just be Health Druid. So I'm not playing Battle for Azeroth like I thought I would be.
Switching MMOs though.
Yeah, we're on the cusp of switching to Final Fantasy 14 right now.
For 14,
because that's at the end of Stormblood. They're probably going to be announcing a new expansion soon, but the end of an expansion is when it's at its best because everybody's super geared and people are fine running through raids with you.
Is that the only expansion they've done? Is Stormblood?
They've done two. There was the 50 to 60 and the 60 to 70. I don't remember what the last one was called though. Okay. I don't know much about the game. I've only played up to level 12 or something, like super casual.
Just getting into it.
Yeah.
I love the story of Final Fantasy XIV. Not the in-game story, but the how they launched it. It was terrible. Everyone hated it. Shut it down. Take 2 years. Put it out again. Heavensward. Heavensward?
Heavensworth.
Yeah.
That was the first expansion of the game.
But the only qualm that we had so far was Partying Up, right?
Partying Up seemed like a travesty.
Japanese developer.
But now I wonder if that's because
we didn't. Well, we didn't have subscriptions. You had a subscription. I didn't. I was playing the trial. That's why I wouldn't let us party properly.
Okay.
So, and that's why I can only make one character per server. I was like, this is weird. There's no way this is on purpose.
Did you just figure that out?
Yeah, so I've resubbed.
Okay.
So we should have no issues doing any of that stuff.
Well,
you can't party in the tutorial as per usual. So 1 to 10, I think, is non-party territory. So your first hour or two of gameplay is
by yourself.
Yeah, solo.
But I mean, like it's not like the missions are hard or anything.
No.
They're easy. A lot of it seems to be walking around chatting.
It's the same as WoW. Learning how to play. Like I'm sure if we were the same character or the same, because it's split up by classes, not by races, which is very weird.
So you can be any class and still be that little like tiny monkey person.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any restrictions that we saw.
I don't recall.
Cool.
When we're done, maybe we could stream that instead.
Yeah, see what it's...
Yeah, I'd watch you guys play some of that while I whittle on some Yakuza.
Yeah.
Have you played Dead Cells?
Decent chunk, yeah.
On PlayStation 4?
I Xbox, but...
Same thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I have my copy here if you want to play it, but if you've already played it.
Yeah, I'm getting my fill. But it is good. Thank you. Anything else?
Play more of that. Yeah, the biggest shock of the year, for me at least... Call of Duty beta.
Well, holy shit!
It was really good.
I was
Modern Warfare 2 levels.
You weren't supposed to like it.
I thought I was gonna hate it. I downloaded the beta.
Never likes betas.
I hate betas because they're always fucking travesties and they're just shitty advertisements for games nowadays. But
and they're never actual betas.
No, it's a demo. This was a beta. By the time the second. Like, the PC version was out after the week of PlayStation. They had changed so many variables and things.
An actual beta.
Yeah.
Had they?
Yeah.
Like, there was that big of a difference?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, even performance. Like, they're actually paying attention and giving a shit. But yeah, no, aside from some weird performance stuff, which is fine, NVIDIA drivers are slow to get going. Or they come out and they're broken, whatever. But the game is actually really fucking good. Like, you have I think this is the most health you've ever had in a Call of Duty game.
Like TTK is higher?
Yeah, like way higher.
Going the Fortnite route. Actually, Fortnite's TTK is really low.
Yeah, it feels like I don't know a good example. I'm trying to think of like Overwatch character stuff. Feels like you're like a medium Overwatch character.
Okay.
I like the fact that you can see health bars when you're shooting at enemies is fantastic. With like whatever the AK-47 variant is, with one clip you can kill 3 people. So,
holy crap!
Yeah, if you're hitting your shots,
10 bullets.
If you're hitting your shots, you're going to kill people. But yeah, no, like you got to be on point with your shots.
How did you find the mobility versus headshot ratio?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like people are moving fast enough that you have to put effort into your shots. It's not like Black Ops where you just M60 big ammo and you can't lose. It's not like
big ammo, big kills.
It's not like Modern Warfare 3 where it's like I have a striker, I win. It feels more like Modern Warfare 2 where it's like this guy has a scar, I have a foul, I can pull it off. This guy has an AK, I have 2 Rafficas, I can pull it off. Like you don't feel like you're ever like that guy has this gun and I can't beat him. It's like no, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like run, slide over,
run at him.
I'm gonna run at him. But there was like parts of the map where somebody set up barbed wire and then another guy set up like a mounted LMG and then 2 guys kept laying explosives behind them and it seemed like they were. It didn't feel like camping, it felt like Rainbow Six defending. And I really, really liked that. There was nobody sitting in corners, there was nobody just being stupid.
Oh shit, this will have probably search and destroy in it though, so you could play it kind of like Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Camping.
Yeah. And yeah, one of my problems with Rainbow Six slowly became the desyncing with destructibility and like how it didn't always line up and it's like that guy shot you through that part of the wall that he could see through that you couldn't. It's
yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
It's like I thought I was protected. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't mind them not having any destructibility.
I think the thing that I do like Rainbow Six Siege a lot, but I think the thing that always turned me off a little bit was how a guy could spray in your general direction and if one bullet nicked your temple.
Oh my god! Did you ever play SOCOM was the last SOCOM 4?
I never played any SOCOM.
There was a SOCOM 4 that launched.
I totally played SOCOM.
Yeah.
So I forgot about
And was it that?
It launched on the PS4. So yeah, it had like...
the last one I played
like
SOCOM.
body shots were like 10 damage, 18 damage or something. So it took a few body shots. And then spray... Like hip fire was completely random in a circle that was the size of your character. Because they didn't want you to hip fire. But one straight bullet could just hit a head, and there was montages of people just walking forward, holding the trigger down. It's like lucky headshot, headshot.
Jesus.
And it's pure luck.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rainbow Six kind of upset me. It was cool because somebody really good at the game could blow up a wall,
high skill,
frag somebody.
Cool. It always seems silly. It's like you see these operators with their huge riot shield helmets and all that crap, and it ding dead.
Yeah, just the debris killed me.
A nail fell from the...
fucking ended me.
Now, do any of the characters in Rainbow Six have like
headshot resistance damage?
No, their face mask up, and then that also counts as their...
their head hitbox is higher.
Is Jaeger's hitbox his whole helmet?
Pardon?
Is Jaeger's hitbox his whole helmet?
I think so.
That's disgusting.
Well, because he's got the big...
He's got the football thing.
He's got the earmuffs, right?
Yeah.
He shot his ear off and he died.
Yeah. That seems silly. We're getting pretty close to a game that's gonna have, I don't know, you get hit in the ear and you lose sound or something like that. Have you seen anything for Scum?
No, I don't know what Scum is.
Early access survival thing.
Oh, that's the DayZ thing, right?
Kinda. So I immediately thought that when I saw it and wrote it off. But their main thing is like incredible attention to detail, like down to like the amount of vitamins you have to consume so you don't have liquid shits in the middle of the battlefield.
Oh, God.
So I think the next step...
I already have to worry about that, like, for me, while I'm playing the game.
I don't need it in a game.
Yeah, I already need to worry about myself having liquid shits while I'm playing the game. I don't worry about my character.
I was watching Sandy play a bit of it, and he was, like, stealthing around this like gigantic robot thing that was there as well. And you could hear some zombies in the background, and like as he's like looting through stuff, like the robots started to come back. He's like, "Oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here!" And his character just starts shitting in the middle of the battlefield,
really loudly, giving away its position.
Like it was.
Can you just follow the poo trail?
Yeah, that game is something else. But that's the kind of detail in a game that'll have you like you get shot in the ear and you can't hear.
Can you scoop that poo up and fling it?
I imagine that's gonna happen. This is, I think it's published by Devolver. So that's why it's as weird as it is.
Going to be buggy forever.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
That's not that game that's supposed to take place in Sweden, is it?
No, that's the 4-player survival one. It also has robots. I sent you a trailer for it a while ago. No, it's not me.
Not Mutant Year Zero, not that one. That's something else.
I'll never remember the name of it.
Generation...
something. Yeah.
Generation Zero? Generation... I don't know.
Yeah. It looked cool. I don't remember what that was.
Nothing else?
That's... I re-downloaded Doom. Everybody on Steam is playing it again. That's really cool.
Because everyone's pumped for...
Doom
Piped
Eternal.
and pumped.
Piped and pumped for Doom Eternal, which is 1,000 years away. So...
looks so good, though.
Yeah. That's been it. I'm waiting for COD to come out, see what that's all about. Not much else that I want this year that I can think of.
Yeah, kind of.
But I want to pay full price.
I feel like our lists among all of us are pretty short for stuff that we're like definitely going to get.
Compared to previous years, yeah, I'm starting to lose faith in developers, oddly enough. Or all publishers, whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's me.
Alright, Moyles.
Okay. So I've been playing. I bought Dead Cells and then I wasn't playing it a lot, and then I don't know, over the last few days I just kind of popped it in. I think I played it today for like 8 hours straight.
Holy shit!
Like I got lost in time, and then I looked down on my phone and it was like 2:00 in the afternoon.
That's what you want.
I was like, holy fuck, listening to some Eminem and stuff, but.
Eminem's new album dropped. We'll talk about that after.
It's honestly, I think Dead Cells is the best style of game I've played like that.
Yeah, so like roguelike, so you die, you lose your shit, but you progress.
Yeah,
and it's like a side scroller with the art.
But it wasn't like it's not like super frustrating. I mean, it's annoying to die sometimes because you think you have like this great outfit, and then you just get this one super enemy that just fucking smites you on the battlefield, and you're like, okay, that's cool. But
Thanks, brother.
The bosses are... they have their health, they have their systems. They're actually easy to break. Figure out their system and then never get touched by it.
Kind of like a Dark Souls.
Traps affect everybody, which is very nice to know.
Yeah.
You could stop a boss dead in his tracks with a bear trap.
Have you fought the boss in the clock tower yet?
Is that the boss in the bridge thing?
No.
I've only played up to the bridge boss.
Okay.
Beat that guy. Didn't go any further.
Okay, so I kind of hit like this wall per se that I couldn't climb, right? And I was like, well, I can't double jump, or I can't triple jump or quadruple jump. How the fuck do I get up there? And apparently you need a rune for it called the spider rune, which allows wall climbing and wall jumping. So you can jump between walls if you need to and stuff.
Is there like a secret boss for that?
No, it's just an elite, but you have to get like 7 or 8 levels into the game to find one specific elite that has it. And then once you have it, it's a permanent upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, and then, once you have that permanent upgrade, that's going to allow you to take different paths through all new areas.
Oh, yeah, that's how you unlock the sewers.
Yeah.
By using the
vine
things.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
I looked, I found like a level by level map, and it's really cool. Like, from the first map, if you have the teleportation rune, which is the statues that it says rub. It says rub, and they just kind of electrify. If you have the teleportation rune, it actually drags you to another spot on that map, and then you can go do something else.
Was it a random spot on the map?
No, it's
the other one on
a corresponding statue.
One statue goes to one statue, which is nice. All the weapons work in different ways if you're willing to figure it out.
Yeah.
I just got a rapier, whatever you want to call it.
Rapier.
And it's cool because every time that you roll, it automatically does a critical hit.
Oh, shit.
So if you're a roll-happy idiot like I am, just roll, hit, and then you just dwindle health.
That's pretty dope. Like that. I'll have to try that.
I need to play more of that game.
I don't like traps. I like the turrets, but I don't like the turrets as much as I like fire grenades.
I always say I like the traps, but it's the turrets that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like I said, I personally prefer fire grenades. Any amount of bleeding that I can get going,
just stack it.
It works, and it seems to stack to like 5 or 6 times, and then it goes for like, I don't know, like 3 seconds.
How much damage multiplied by,
Yeah, 3 seconds at a time or something. And you just keep stacking. So it's fun. I'm trying to think of another game that I played like it, but I don't think I've played.
Did you play any Rogue Legacy?
Yeah, Rogue Legacy is probably the closest analog, and it's not as good.
I didn't like. I liked what Rogue Legacy was. I didn't like playing.
I liked it a lot myself, but I think Dead Cells is better.
Does Fury technically count as one of those games then? Even though it's not.
Gungeon does.
Well, Gungeon is more in line with The Binding of Isaac in that it plays better than Isaac, but
everything does.
True, but the you're not unlocking anything permanent in Enter the Gungeon. It's more like, this gun will now be in the loot pool the next time you go through this. You're not getting anything that is going to start you off on a better foot on your next run, unlike Rogue Legacy or Dead Cells.
Yeah, they have like direct upgrades, whereas Gungeon's like,
well, I mean,
you'll find potato gun.
Dead Cells, I unlocked random starting melee weapon, random starting bow, random starting shield. Mm-hmm. So now when
have you ever used a shield?
It's very helpful.
Is it? I haven't tried it yet.
It just mitigates damage for you.
Like all damage?
And if you time it correctly, you can just pick
it automatically takes away the amount of damage that you receive. But on top of that, then you can parry people. Only certain shields can parry, though. Not every shield parries.
Wowzers, okay.
But you can hold the shield, take some, block it, take some damage, and move on.
And
kind of thing.
Just having a shield, I'm pretty sure, also gives you invincibility frames after taking a hit as well. Whereas you don't have that otherwise.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I found a necklace that was like, instead of being hurt by poison, I was actually healed by it, and I was almost close to death, and I rolled into a poison pool, and I had full health again. I was like, yay!
I'm unlimited.
Fuck.
That was really cool. Very rare.
God damn it, Bob Ross.
I think probably the best, or my favorite roll, right, because you can roll things.
Yeah.
Or re-roll, rework, whatever you want to call it. On a melee weapon was you regain 1 HP per attack kind of thing. Or 1 per...
Yeah, way better than the after kill, you get 2 points of health, whatever mutation.
Yeah, so using the rapier, roll, stab, and person blows up, you gain like 20 health or something like that. Like
that's really good. Holy shit!
Right. Yeah. But anyway, then I've been playing some Yakuza.
Yeah, I got you on that shit.
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Like I said, I just finished 3 and 4. Majima's stories seem to go a lot faster than Kiryu's. I don't know if that's by design or not, but there was I was doing the protect the stupid girl, the blind girl.
Yeah.
And it was
stupid blind girls.
Stupid. Being blind, just see.
But it was stupid because like the guys can come over and grab her and then start walking away with her, and she struggles and it takes away her health bar, and I was like, well,
just gotta beat the fuck out of them.
You just gotta Majima them.
So then I ran over with a baseball bat and beat him.
Yeah,
not to death. Although Majima does kill somebody in a cutscene, he snaps their neck, and I'm undetermined if they die or not.
We were pretty sure that Kiryu never killed anybody, and then we both remembered a segment where Kiryu kills a lot of people. So you'll know when you get.
But it's not in a cutscene, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. Because so I was watching Chris play, and how many hours were you in at that point? Like 30 hours or something
like that. Yeah.
And
only 12.
And we were he was doing the whole part with a blind girl. I don't know if it's the same one or not. And there was a thing, and then
dozens of blind girls,
and then a scene started because Chris had been saying the whole time like, yeah, Kiryu doesn't kill any people, and we were joking about how hard he's hitting them and stuff,
or kicking that guy out of the third story of a building.
Yeah. And then it like 10 seconds later went to a scene where Kiryu's just blowing people away, like
like with a gun,
like hanging out the side of a car with a pistol.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So, that's the car chase thing that you've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
Or the car scene.
That would be the
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if the game counts because they leave it. Maybe I don't know. They make it seem like both him and Majima aren't willing to cross that line, but
well, he tranked them then.
Yeah, trank bullets explode the car. It was a trank explosion. Don't worry about it.
Just put him to sleep.
It's okay. The Batmobile's tase him.
That was because the whole thing was like Batman never kills any people. Any people.
Yeah, and
then Arkham Knight came out, and there was like all those montages of my favorite one was it was a bug in the game, but a person standing at the corner of the 8th story of a building, and Batman does the swoop and attack and like kicks him in the neck, and it just takes him down all 8 stories, and Batman lands on him at the bottom. And
body slams him 8 stories down,
dead. And then people drifting the Batmobile, like hitting people, and then like hit the wall with the Batmobile. It's like, no, they just tased. It's fine.
No, the physical impact didn't kill him. It was the tase mitigated it. It's okay.
Because then they're stunned, right?
Yeah. Not dead. Stunned. So.
Yeah, everybody knows that the moment you get electrocuted, all physical damage ceases to apply.
It's hard to make like attacks in a game seem satisfying when it's not doing a brutal amount of damage to them.
Yeah, just in the street fights in Yakuza, some of the heat
grinding
finishers,
face on concrete and then throwing that person into other people,
stepping on their head.
Yeah, or like the one where you like lift their head up and punch them.
Especially with how big Kiryu is. Like
he's 78 feet tall.
Actually, even Majima is really tall.
He's a big man.
But he's not as stocky as Kiryu.
Yeah.
But
also hunches.
I think my favorite like
does he hunch when he's crazy?
Kind of like in his fighting stances, he kind of shortens up.
Like heat finisher for Kiryu is with with Majima is the baseball one where he like hits them and something fall down like winds up
baseball swing. That's a dead man.
He just knocked
that
out.
person is very dead.
Yeah. What is it? An aluminum bat or a?
Oh, it's a metal bat.
Metal bat. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, his
Oh yeah.
Bing! At the
and that's what it sounds like.
Yes.
It's not really a spoiler. His fourth fighting style has a knife, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. So when you slash people,
I like the idea
of blood and stuff.
A bit, yeah.
Like,
I like the idea
out like you did against the God Hands guy.
Not like tons of blood, but
is it
like
just
sprinklings?
Yeah. Is it just called knife?
No, it's
knife style.
No, it's the Mad Dog of Shimano class.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's the fighting style he later has in.
I would really like at the end of the 6th game is like the dragon versus the Mad Dog, like anime cheesy
fighting on top of a
Naruto versus Sasuke.
No, it should be fighting on top of a submarine as old men going through all of their fighting styles.
Okay, that would be I feel like they could do it.
Do the Metal Gear thing.
Yeah, 100% pull that off.
The game
that was 4, right?
Enough to do it.
That was 4.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I had a friend show me that before I knew anything about Metal Gear, and I'm like, I need to learn about Metal Gear.
Snake!
That's some good shit.
Black one.
5 didn't have
very satisfying story elements. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember everything with Quiet. I really enjoyed.
It was never gonna. It was a in between game. It was filling in gaps.
Was it supposed to lead to Metal Gear Solid 5?
it led to Metal Gear.
Oh, for the NES.
There was a version for the NES. Yeah.
Was it before that?
Metal-
Originally?
What?
What was it? What was it?
MSX. It was a Japanese system.
Oh, okay.
Like computer.
Didn't know
home
that.
Computer thing. Yeah.
Those are the 2 games I've been playing.
We're playing a bit of World War II.
Yeah, which was a ton of fun. But I am patiently waiting for NHL. It is only 12 days away, not that I'm counting.
We were talking today. We want you
Relatable.
to teach us how to play some cello.
And by teach us how, I mean you're going to tell us what to do, and I'm just going to body check people.
Yeah, we're going to be the goons.
Okay, wait, do you want me to turn off penalties so
Absolutely.
you don't get penalized for it?
Is it
Leave injuries on, turn penalties off?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to kill the enemy team.
So is it possible for us to play 3 players all on the same team against AI?
You can play 6 players per team.
Oh shit. So here's what
all on the same screen. It doesn't split it up, right?
The only one that gets... So, no, we will be all on the same screen. It would be best to play on that.
Big TV. Because it zooms out, right?
Yes. We can play with the zoom higher. I prefer it on action, so it's a little bit closer.
Sure, whatever works.
Makes it look better. But then if one of you is going to try and be stupid and be the goalie, if we're up on the other side, it just shows your marker moving back and forth. If
you have to kind of predict where the puck
what we
is
should
gonna
do...
be.
So then, but when you come back into the zone, then it shows your goalie in what position you're in.
Yeah, no,
and you have to
we'll
attempt to
all
try
be
and make a
offense.
play.
Yeah,
So.
and we'll be
Like, all
extra
of us.
offense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make sure the enemy team's dead while you score.
Yeah, so turn off penalties, and you'll take the puck, and we'll haymaker everybody.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, I'm going to have, like...
I mean, just as a heads up, though, I turn off fighting because it just takes up time.
No fighting, just body checking.
We can turn off penalties, we can turn off offside, and we can turn off icing, so you guys can literally stay in the other zone and, like, cross-check people in the back of the head if you're...
Cool.
Is there execution moves? Can I...
Can I do heat moves with my skates?
Can I slide up, like, hunched over, have Chris launch himself off of my back, and, like, hockey stick straight down?
Yeah, and cut a man in half.
Yeah.
And
Cut
then
that
he
man in
explodes.
half, because it's also a sword, but it's mostly a hockey stick.
I want the Yakuza team to make a hockey game.
Yes. Yeah. It's just Yakuza on ice.
That's all it's called.
Yeah, Yakuza on
ice.
Shit.
The Japanese version would be
So
Dragon.
then, are
on
Kiryu
ice.
and Majima allowed to be on the same team, or are they the 2 guys going head-to-head all the time? Because they're
both
apparently-
goalies, but they're in the middle fighting all the time.
They'd be on the same team, but they would stop and fight each other every once in a while.
Yeah.
Kiryu, you didn't pass to me! Fuck off, Majima!
Beating the shit out of each other.
Well, it'd be more like Kiryu goes to pass the puck to Majima, and Majima just like, oops, guess I didn't get it. Bet we better fight.
Starts
We better
dancing.
fight.
Starts dancing on the ice.
Yeah.
Majima everywhere! Kiryu, fuck.
He's doing it again.
I guess I need to fight him.
Yeah, no, we can do that. It'll be a blast for me, and hopefully for you guys. It's the most...
At least a game will be a blast.
It looks like it'll be It looks like it should be the most polished NHL, so there should be no issues in terms of controls and whatnot.
Yeah, there's been nothing like terribly bad since 15, which was the one that crashed, right?
14 started stepping in the right direction. 15 tried to implement what 14 did, didn't do it as well.
One of them you had to buy an
16.
Xbox because it was so bad.
16.
That was 16. Yeah,
That was
PlayStation on 16. Shit.
And
That's
then
terrible.
I bought it on... No, I didn't rebuy it. I sold it on Xbox.
I bought 17 after, right?
And then I bought 17 on PlayStation because I got rid of my Xbox.
Yeah.
And then I bought 18 on PlayStation, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so it's cool. It's almost realistic, which is great, and then it's not great at the same time.
Can you take off your skate and try and stab somebody?
That's a reference. I get that reference.
Do you know what movie it's from?
Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Fuck!
Yes.
My cover's been blown.
Bamboozled. Now they know me as the greatest Happy Gilmore fan.
Yeah, we can totally play a game. You guys can have a blast. And...
Yeah, we'll stream that.
Yeah, it's the new Chelsea, son.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what we'll call
What do you guys have a team that you guys want to be?
Detroit.
Is that just because that's my team?
Detroit. No, because I love Detroit. It's the most polished United States.
Is it weird that I was going to say Detroit?
No, it's not. It's dude, Detroit smash. Like it's in our blood.
You guys.
It happens to be that Miles' favorite team is
the Detroit Red Ones, right?
I'm a Detroit Red
The Detroit Red Ones.
I do like the Detroit
Can
Red Ones.
Can you rename the teams?
Sadly not, but
Can
we
we
could
make
make.
it Detroit Red Ones?
We totally. No. Well, sorry. Yes, we can name the team
Could we call them Uganda?
something, but then we'll have to do their play-by-play name something else because there's no way to let us say Bread Ones. So we'll be known as the Detroit Bread Ones if that's what you really want to be called. And then our play-by-play name will be like Detroit or something. So every time that we win, it'll be like Detroit as well.
Oh, because they have only so many voice lines for. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Can we have them say they became Troit?
No.
Sadly, no.
They became Detroit.
Like we've evolved
Yeah.
into the city of
Yeah.
Detroit.
What if they just had like an automated like Google voice, just adding in everying people
so
say?
it's funny.
Google voice.
Google
So
voice.
it's funny you say that because when NHL had its 2K series, it pronounced every name that you wrote into the name slot.
Oh shit!
It would say the names. There was no name it couldn't do, and then if it sounded weird, you could just add another letter to it to make. Because we did that at school one day. Because it doesn't say my name or the Google name didn't, or the Google voice didn't say my last name properly. So then we threw in like an extra
until it
U
pronounced
or something,
it correctly.
and then once it pronounced
that's
it correctly, that's what we
amazing.
did.
Did the voice come out very automated sounding?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like-
it would sound like a robot.
Good job, Chut Bungus.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, don't they
Is that
sound...
going to be our team?
The Chut Bungers.
Yeah.
Don't the voices sound a little bit better now, though?
What do you mean?
Oh, the automated voices.
Yeah, the automated voices. They
Like
don't
the-
sound so
Google
robotic.
lady sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we're beyond Microsoft Sam.
Like, I would like to meet the Google lady.
Yeah.
Take her to a nice dinner.
Okay.
Or
And
she
then
has
never call her
horns.
back.
She's on your phone.
Oh, shit. No, I got a man on my phone. It's Bixby. He's homeless. He lives in my phone.
Bigsby Wallaby the Second coming at you live.
Bixby. Yeah, I wouldn't go on a date with Bixby.
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 I mean, just take him to a movie you don't care about. Show him how much you really like him.
Abandon him at the theater.
Make sure you're driving.
Never call him back. Yeah, make sure you're driving. Like, walking back and he drives by.
I need to go to the washroom. I'll be back.
Can I borrow your car keys?
Can I borrow your car keys? Shit in the back seat.
Alright. I think that's the end of our intro segment.
You been playing anything else, Miles?
No.
Okay.
Not that I can think of. Oh, some Fighter Z, but just...
We're all fucking around with fighting
Just-
games, I think, to
just goofing around a bit.
Flaming Dwagon.
Finding out some characters that I like.
learn how to play.
Being upset that the season passes as much as it is.
Yes.
It's garbage.
Are you gonna buy that on the Switch eventually?
Price is right, sure, maybe.
I might, when I
It's
get a
not
Switch, I
$80.
might buy it on the Switch.
Yeah. It seems by all accounts that it's...
Because then we can just be like, I'm fighting you now. Go!
Yes.
I challenge you to a diggity duel.
Alright.
Let's get right into the news.
Oh, dude, they sound like my favorite YouTuber.
Leafy.
He doesn't do YouTube anymore.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
irrelevant.
Jesus.
Yeah, unlike us. Super relevant.
We might get a
individual.
view on this video.
Oh, crap.
He's still irrelevant.
I'll tweet Keemstar. See if he'll
Kill
have us
Keith.
on
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast fuck boy. I gotta say, there's been a lot of really great memes around Keemstar that aren't like making fun of him, just him doing things.
Yeah.
Like,
He's memeable.
yeah.
But yeah, actual news. These are an amalgam of stories that have happened over the last couple weeks. First thing we got up is that they've announced the Dishonored series is taking a break. Quotation
Yay!
marks. Yay!
Yay!
So, what does that actually mean then?
So the second
Means
one did
Sold like shit.
absolutely fucking god
So they're
awful.
bringing out another one then?
They brought out a
The Outsider.
standalone expansion to it, and that sold like shit.
Wait, was
brother.
that the one where he got to play as the chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a pretty cool black lady. That's it.
Like she was the only appealing part of it.
Yeah.
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 She had some cool abilities.
Well, and there was something about like the character, the villain that everybody seems to really like, the Outsider, which is like this extremely flat 2-note character that has nothing, like no.
Is it just a character like your character?
I think this is a game made for women, and this is a character that's attractive to women. Generally, I think that's what it is. I can't say because I'm not a woman.
Were you playing Uncharted?
Whoa, what? We need to talk later.
I switched back. We're playing Uncharted. Uncharted is a game made for women that is far more attractive to men. Nathan Drake is a specimen. Okay.
I like the cut of Drake Fortune's giblets.
Dude, how does his hair stay like that through all this shit, even after swimming?
Like,
it doesn't make any sense.
He's just a gorgeous god pirate angel. But yeah, so Dishonored sold like shit. So that was one of the worst PC launches I've ever seen.
The console version, so I was actually a big fan of Dishonored 1. I tried to do Dishonored 2 and just immediately just performance and control issues at the wazoo.
On PS4.
I tried it actually on Xbox at one point. It didn't feel much better. Yeah, it's something wrong with their engine or something. Like their controls feel like crap.
PC version on a 1080 Ti, if it hits 60, so your input was directly affected by frame rate, like your sensitivity.
Oh, really?
So as your frame rate fluctuated from 40 to 120, your sensitivity would change.
Well, that's probably what was affecting the console then.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So the thing was struggling to maintain 30.
Yeah, that game was absolute ass in terms of performance. I can't speak for any other aspect of it because I couldn't get past how shit it was.
I got 2 levels in.
And it's one of those games where I heard people praising it endlessly, continuously after it launched. And it's like, how are people able to enjoy this?
Yeah.
No wonder Doom sold not as well as it should have, because it had
the game was optimized beautifully.
It ran on everything like a fucking dream, and people don't want that. People want their games to feel like shit. I'm convinced.
That's why people have been turning on Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty feels like a fucking dream to play. Every one of them has.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say about Dishonored.
Yeah, I'm glad it's in limbo. It can fuck itself.
So then, does that mean it's going to take a different direction? Then?
No, it means that they're not making any more Dishonored games for the time being.
Okay.
Ideally, when they come back, they'll go back to Unreal Engine, because the first one was on the Unreal Engine, ran like a dream. Mm-hmm. Second one was on the Arcane Engine,
which was a CryEngine.
Ooh, there's your big problem.
Yeah. And now you can pull it off. Prey on PC was a masterpiece. That was CryEngine.
I haven't played that.
And also, I never got deep enough into Dishonored 2 to see any of it, but apparently it was also just full of Anita Sarkeesian crap because they consulted with her and
push that agenda as hard as you can.
I never saw any of it. I don't care, but
I guess that was there.
Yeah. So people weren't too thrilled with that either, but I don't know. It seems like the Dishonored series, it has so much potential, and it just absolutely shit the bed.
I loved the first game. That was one of the few games I actually took the time to learn the speedrun paths and actually get into and play. No idea what the story was. Didn't give a fuck.
There's some amazing videos of people just pulling off insane power combos.
Watching that game being played by someone good at that game is like watching
art.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking masterpiece. I'll have to show you one of them after.
Wait, even looking at art or watching art? There's a difference.
Yes. Watching Bob Ross paint, that's what it is. It's like you see them do a move and it's like, dude, you're gonna die because of that. Then you're just like,
you're like, fuck you, Bob Ross, and your high skill ceiling.
Stop being so good at arting.
Fuck you, Bob Ross.
It's something else. Yeah, Dishonored went from one of my favorite IPs to fuck off.
It had so much potential.
And I was super excited. I loved the idea that you could play as a female character in it that had a cool different moveset. And then they had Corvo back again with his moveset from the previous game. And it's nice. Different ways of playing the game that I can't physically play because it didn't work. So, oof. On to the next story.
Rip in peace, Dishonored. Diablo 3 is coming to Switch. Yay!
I won't play it.
I love Diablo 3.
Don't you think you've hit the wall, though? You're done with it?
Most of the builds I prefer in the game can't be done with a controller.
Anyway,
I think that's the one that upsets me the most.
Yeah.
For somebody who is sitting down and enjoying Diablo as a get loot and kill things stuff, and
as a muggle
and not getting crazy into the builds and pushing tier 90, tier 120 greater rifts, like anything like that. The Switch version is going to be fine. It's going to be fantastic.
So from Gamescom stuff, we saw some really good performance on it. Decent. They toned down a couple things visually, but otherwise it looks good. Still no clear sign of if they're going to maintain enemy density properly, or if that's where the biggest cut
was. Yes, because PlayStation 4 had an issue where it had less density than the PC version did, just because they can't handle that many enemies on screen, which was a shame, because the PS4 version, like especially on the Pro, was incredibly polished.
Mm-hmm. I think it ran better than it did on your laptop.
Yeah.
That was a struggle.
Yeah. Miles played Diablo for, I think, a year and a half on my laptop between 40 and 60 FPS.
If that's so generous.
Yeah, 40, 60 in town. So when we got into rifts, trying to do ZDPS stuff, and it's like, I'll just pull everything in, tell me if I die. Because I won't know for like 2 minutes. I'm glad more people get to experience Diablo that haven't. It's a shame that time went into making a Switch version and not a Druid. It seems like they've...
Well, it seems at this point that there is probably Diablo 4 in the works, right?
I have a strong suspicion, like Brandy said on Twitter, one of the community manager for Blizzard, I think her name's Brandy, said on Twitter, like, we're working on, like...
multiple Diablo.
Yeah. So
at
least
this was one of them.
I have a strong suspicion the Switch version wasn't one of those announcements.
Yeah, you think so?
I think they're working on, like, a Diablo 4 and then a Diablo spin-off.
Well, because it wasn't even that long ago she said that, right? Like a month and a half or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And then...
Oh, it was between last podcast and now.
Yeah.
So maybe like
that's 2
weeks.
That's why it's news.
Hey.
No, because we talked about that, right?
Did we talk about it last podcast?
Well, we said that there were...
and then the Switch was announced. Oh, God, I know what time is. Holy shit. Yeah, so the Switch version of Diablo, that's cool that it's going to exist. Yeah. It's going to be full price, like $79.99 in Canada here.
So that's the thing. Like, I'm the console pleb audience that would be aimed at. But
the PS4 version that was just released that does all that content is $49.
Yeah, so that's a way better value.
Yeah.
Like $80. Like, I get it. It's new to Nintendo, but come on.
Like, if the Switch version launched at a similar price to the other ones, even I would consider it to carry it around to work. Yeah. I'd never do build stuff. I have everything on the PC version.
But it'd be fun to just have a decent version of Diablo in your pocket.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat. I'd quintuple dip, possibly.
Yeah, that'd be my third purchase. You have it on everything now, right?
Pretty much. Anyway, next story.
Yes.
Battlefield 5 got delayed!
Wowee.
Who saw that coming?
So...
Did you see that coming?
Well, I heard Joseph had mentioned that the pulling your teammate away, the building the thing...
A lot of the features they showed off at E3, it was not going to be in the game for launch. And I'm under the impression that this isn't going to fix that. Like, these things are intended for spring next year.
This is a response to try and recover, like, the pre-order downfall.
Yeah, because they're down, 80% or something?
85 or 86% below Call of Duty, which is below Call of Duty normally.
Yeah. This is the least pre-ordered Call of Duty just because... people are upset with Call of Duty. This is their 15th game. We did the math.
There's nothing they can do at this point to...
No, it's the Call of Duty name is enough to upset people at this point. Understandably, I don't know. They've done a lot of shitty things over the past decade and a half. So I can see why people are salty. And this year's no different. While I am excited for this, you have to pay $180 in Canada to get the Call of Duty experience.
Yeah, so
and that's not including microtransactions.
Does that mean the season pass is more expensive than the game itself?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. And I doubt it's going to have things like another Blackout map. Like, I think they're making the Blackout map. So, I am under the impression that this one is going to be supported for the next 3 years because they are still patching Black Ops 3.
Right.
So, who knows? But back to... Battlefield. Yeah, that game, everything they've done from the day they announced it has been wrong. And that first trailer they showed... I was beyond excited for it. I was so hyped for that. It was weird World War II steampunk fucking
and I guess that was, like, right off the bat, they got off on such the wrong foot with their messaging.
Yeah.
Because they were like, historical battles, and then you're seeing, lady with bionic arm and stuff like that, and people were like, yo, that's not historical battles. And instead of going like, we're making it weird. Isn't that cool? They were like, you guys are sexist and uneducated. It's like, whoa.
Back the fuck up.
Right? Like...
But instead, what's Jason Soderlund? Daniel Soderlund?
Or whatever his name is. He's out now, right?
Yeah, one of the CEO, the guy that always presents the FIFA shit, and he's a robot human. Poor guy had lost his job. No one deserves that.
Well, did he lose his job or did he leave?
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Situationally.
But it just seemed like a weird coincidence of like him leaving and then like numbers getting out about
because he made a statement like, what did he fucking say?
If you don't like it, don't buy it. Pretty much was the...
Which I kind of agree with. If you don't like our game, that we are making our game, 100%. Don't buy it.
But
then people were like, "Oh, okay,
I'll take you up on that." Yeah.
And then EA shit themselves.
Yeah.
So like,
or did they?
Yeah, who knows what kind of crazy conspiracy theory. We might be murdered in this basement for just thinking about it.
So I've been talking with Joe. I've been talking with Joe about this. I have a conspiracy theory, and that's that Battlefield was always intended to be a point of contention this year from EA, and that they're using it as a sacrificial lamb so that people will stop talking about their loot box shit just for a while.
Yeah. Well, because
nobody's talking about it anymore. And FIFA and Madden and NHL, it's all going to be just as full of that
stuff. So the sports
games,
you don't delve much into the online, but the sports games have the most egregious. Yeah. They're mobile games.
Yeah, like who cares about what Star Wars is doing? That they make all their money on the sports games.
Yeah. I've seen people purchase NHL and they're like, okay, I need a $50 PSN card, $100 PSN card. I got to keep up with people for this NHL season.
Because I'm 2 weeks late.
I'm under the impression that their season stuff is almost as often as Overwatch seasons.
There's the independent online season. You jump in as a team and you compete against. Well, it's now 30 other teams, right? Because there are 31 teams.
Okay.
You independently play as a team. And then there's the
Ultimate Team.
There's the Hockey Ultimate Team.
That's where they make their money.
Which is where they're making their money from. Because you buy little, trading card packs.
Right? Loot boxes.
It gives you players. Mm-hmm. And then the more money you spend, the better players you get.
Yeah. It's pay to win.
Yeah.
And I've never seen an article online talking about sports games and their method. And that's because generally the audience that plays these sports games just doesn't know
they don't care
any better. They don't tend to play any other games for the most part.
I think the game that's in the lead for it is FIFA. My understanding
in terms
was
of making money, FIFA's got to be the most.
My understanding was that it was FIFA. It's their most popular.
Soccer's the world's game.
It's the most popular sport technically in the world because it's played everywhere.
Yeah, I imagine the way it goes and in the way they treat their marketing and stuff like FIFA, Madden, NHL, and then I think they do an NBA thing.
They're trying that every year. Yeah, they've been doing NBA Live for the last few years.
Yeah,
they seriously have.
Yeah, 2K shit stomps it, but
every year. There have been years where they don't even release it across most stores. It's an online only thing, but you can order a physical copy from the EA website. Yeah. But they did it.
It happened.
There is actually an NBA Live.
They've been making it for the last 4 years. Oh. Yeah. Nobody.
I thought it was only 2K.
Yeah, nobody cares though.
It's basketball.
Well, and in terms of sports games, 2K is the worst for monetization.
Well, they've gotten there.
Yeah, well, the last one at least.
In particular, there was some shit talking I heard about that.
Yeah. But EA is using Battlefield as a scapegoat.
Well, that's my theory.
And it makes a lot of sense. It seems like EA is using Battlefield as a scapegoat to get at least another year of loot boxes out of sports games.
And also maybe change the narrative by the time Anthem comes out, because I think they're poising that to be their next big thing that's going to make them tons of money with the core audience. The sports guys are still going to be the sports guys for the most part.
And I think they've yet to convey what the fuck Anthem is.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are expecting the next Mass Effect, and a lot of people are expecting the next Destiny, and it's neither.
Yeah.
It's what if it's the shittiest things from both of those put together is what it's seeming like to me. I was reading about the way they were handling dialogue and progression and story stuff, and it's so there's a hub world, and all your dialogue that changes the story and evolves the game is all done in that bubble. And you know how Mass Effect had the dialogue wheel? I guess in this game there's only 2 options for dialogue, so they're half-assing everything. All of it is as half-assed as they can get. Who knows? As long as the gameplay is good, I'll just mash my way through the fucking story. I don't give a shit about your world.
Paragon or Renegade.
Your pick. Sure. 1,000%. Which I would be fine with if... I'd rather them just remove it, though. Don't even... In fact, remove your story. No one gives a fuck. We're here for bigger and shinier guns.
Kill big aliens, get big robot suits, get big XP.
Do you guys know if it's it's obviously not taking place on Earth, right? It's a space exploration.
I have no idea. It's a planet. It's got its biome set up.
Like, it looks like an alien world.
You got your caves, your underwater stuff.
No, because I was wondering if it's like, does it take place like 500 years into the future or some silly shit like that?
It's sci-fi future stuff.
Yeah.
And it seems cool. Like, I like the look of the Destiny Space Warlocks in it.
And they're the big like Hulk armor,
super tanks.
Yeah, like, there's some art.
There's some really cool shit in the game. BioWare has an incredible art team. I don't know how much of BioWare this actually is, and how much of EA outsourcing for whatever. But it seems like, I don't know, this is going to be like, how can I skip the first 20 hours of gameplay to get to the real gameplay?
And I fully suspect this game's going to be loaded with monetization stuff.
I have a suspicion.
And that's why... That's part of also why I say Battlefield is the sacrificial lamb. Even beyond the weird controversy stuff and the unfinished nature of aspects of it, I think also part of their strategy is, they're like, no battle pass or whatever, right? All the content's going to be free. I bet there isn't even going to be like small micropayments in it, and people can be like, how are they going to monetize it? I don't think they are. I think it's just their plan from the beginning was, we're just going to sell this game and maybe even take a loss on it because this game doesn't matter to us. We're putting it out there to change minds and get people ready for Anthem.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I think just from a sheer business sense, they're just using it.
I'm also curious for Battlefield 5, how it's launching without features and stuff. I'm thinking back to Battlefield 4 and 1, which is two of their most successful games.
Specifically 4, right?
4 was jank, right?
Yeah, the launches for those games were travesties.
Was 1 even?
1 was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 was bad.
We had a hard time getting on servers in
1, and mechanically it was fucked. And it's still fucked. It's the Frostbite engine and animations. There's too many. It just shits the bed when you're doing things.
Yeah.
And that is infuriating. But yeah, Battlefield 4 had one of the worst launches I can remember for a game. It was broken for months. Mm-hmm. And Battlefield 1 was not nearly as bad, but it was bad. Those games don't feel good for the first year of them being out. I'm assuming
early access.
I am curious if Battlefield 5 they're under the same idea. Like, it's going to sell shit at launch and then we'll fix it later and it'll be good. And it's like, that's okay, I guess. Like, if you want me to buy your game for $20, I will.
Well, I mean, and then other issues are specifically for me, anyway, for Battlefield 5 would be like, remember that scene we were watching, and it showed just people running through just this wide open plain, like there
no
is
cover.
No cover.
Yeah. Battlefield 1 had the worst map design I've ever played in a game. It is just wide open fields of I'm shot, sniper. Cool, amazing, awesome. Yeah, Battlefield 4 did not have that problem in half of their maps, like the big cities and there's the one map, even the one with the fucking satellite dish. Like, if the dish caved in, there was cover everywhere. But even if it wasn't, there was buildings and stuff. If you're up on the top, it's like, you deserve to get shot. Don't be on the top like an idiot. But some of the maps of Battlefield 4 is where it started to bleed through. It's like, even Battlefield 3, Caspian fucking Border and Operation fucking Firestorm. Two of the worst maps that they decided to re-release as DLC. Just fuck me with a cactus.
Lots of open plains there. I'm just being.
And I guess like to get in a tank, it's like what?
Sure. Or being sniped by a tank from across the map.
Yeah.
When they got the infrared camera and shit.
Yeah, because on PS3 the load distance, I couldn't see the tank. It didn't appear. That game was a shit show on PS3.
Then you die by and it would like zoom into her. You're like, oh, there's a tank.
That tank, it was under the ground the whole time because that happened too. Frostbite engine. Yeah, no, I don't expect this Battlefield. There's no way they were expecting it to sell in the beginning, anyways, because this game will be popular a year from now as they release expansions.
Yeah, so everything about this game seems manufactured in its controversy to lack of features to everything. Like
I feel like EA knows and they're playing the world.
Yeah. Well, because at the end of the day, anyone who's like, oh, they're doing this because they care, they don't. What?
They're making money. No, there isn't a single company in the world that gives a fuck about you that is going to be around in 5 years. They're here to make money.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Look at Google. They're here to fuck us with a rake and make money. So...
Well, I mean, like,
I need to shit talk Google in every one of our podcasts.
I mean, you have to wonder, like, a game as popular as it is, like, how long does Fortnite last? Do you guys think?
Yeah,
or do you think Fortnite is that game that's
it's already left the
public
conversation sphere?
Yeah.
So
well, it it didn't thrive in the controversy circle. Like Epic didn't respond. Epic didn't give a shit. And good on
Were there
them.
any controversies?
Yeah, causes violence, is giving children ADD.
Oh.
It was the next big thing.
Right,
it was all over in Australia. And the
Yeah,
UK.
they pushed that, and
Fortnite
then it died
addiction.
really
Yeah,
fast.
I think Force put a video on Facebook or something about it where he's like, "Yeah, okay, you're all dumb."
Just ignore it. They'll tucker it themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
It was-
Yeah, no, I think the problem with Fortnite is exactly what we said before. It's changing fast, but it's not changing the right things fast enough for it to kind of stick in the limelight. Like it'll go. Whatever. They've made their fucking money.
Yeah,
they can all stop.
It could die tomorrow, and Epic would be
Like they're fine for the next decade. They've Nintendo'd their way to the top for a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, whatever they end up doing, it's fine. And I have no problems with Fortnite in terms of monetization and how they treat people and how they respond to
Yeah,
controversies.
the prices are high, but people are willing to pay them. So.
Yep. And that's the thing. That's why I always go back to.
I'm not.
That's why I always go back to the Call of Duty at $180 this year. It's like the people that want it will pay.
Yeah.
Like they have the world by the balls. Why should they care? I'm paying for it.
Like these
Like
two.
we're doing it.
fools.
Whatever. Destiny Foreskin is $54.99 in Canada. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it for 8 hours.
And
of
buy the
content.
Season 2 pass.
Yeah. So they can hold us off until Destiny 3 is launched, where we lose all that
Yeah, because
content.
Foreskin's not even going to add all the features they took out from Destiny 1 to 2. They'll add them back in over the course of the Season 2
We
pass.
still can't break down multiple shaders at once. It's been a year and a half. It hasn't been that long. No, it has. How long has Destiny been out? No, it's going into the end of its first year.
Everything's a year and a half.
Well,
Look, I can't do time.
I'm just saying, like, if you go in to break your shaders, you should be able to break them, like, the whole stack at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm clearly here trying to get rid of them, just let me select
I'm never
all.
gonna make my character blue, green, and yellow at the same fucking time. Delete this shader from it. Delete it from the game. Just take it out. I'll pay you $54.99 to remove this shader from the
community
game.
vote. Do you like this shader, yes or
Get
no?
that shit out. Look, if the shader isn't shiny, I don't fucking want it.
God,
that's how I do
That's
it.
a terrible idea you just put forward. The idea of paying the game to remove items from a loot pool.
Every time Fortnite adds in the guided missiles, there's like a donation scale thing.
No, I mean,
if we make $100 million from donations, we'll remove the guided missile.
I'm just talking in like a loot game, like a Diablo or something like that. And it's like, oh, I keep getting this item, I don't want it. Oh, if I could pay $10 to take it out of the loot pool, I'd be more likely to get other stuff. So you do that, and eventually you start paying to remove all these things until it's just what you want.
Until I just have another tab full of furnaces.
But instead, couldn't it just be in-game currency then?
No, they want
real money.
No, I know, but like...
It could be, but fuck you, Miles. They want real money.
Wii U sales.
Wii U sales.
Fuck you.
Fuck us. Yeah. Yeah, so that's whatever we were just talking about.
Battlefield.
That's Battlefield.
Wow.
Fuck EA.
We stemmed into every game.
Yeah. You ready to talk some more shit about game companies?
Here we go.
Sony gave a reply to the whole crossplay thing.
Fuck Sony.
Right after everyone had stopped talking about it, too. They're like, you know what? We're going to say something.
I saw a thing on Twitter that was like Sony unwilling to budge, and people are just saying,
that was
"Fine,
it."
fuck
So,
it.
so
Like,
here's
we're
a
done."
quote from... Who is it?
I'm going to redirect my rage.
Sony
after
Chief
you say this.
Executive
Say his name.
Kenichiro Yoshida
Yeah, it is.
Kenichiro.
on cross-platform.
Wait, Yoshida? Is that the Yoshida?
No, not Shuhei Yoshida.
Oh, okay.
This is a different guy. On cross-platform, our way of thinking is always that PlayStation is the best place to play. Fortnite,
Objectively,
I
yes.
believe, partnered with PlayStation 4 is the best experience for users. That's our belief.
Your belief is wrong.
So really, his answer, when translated, is Fortnite on PlayStation doesn't have cross-platform play with other consoles because they are worse.
So, let's break down objectivity. Like what console is actually the best? Nintendo Switch.
As far as consoles, it has the most uniqueness.
It has
to
the most games, games designed for its platform that perform better than on any other machine.
Look at Mario Odyssey, Splatoon, Mario
60,
Kart,
60,
ARMS.
60 FPS.
What's Diablo maintaining?
60.
It's growing for 60. Yeah, no, the Switch is objectively at this point, based on exclusive performance ratios, the best system.
And it's not because of hardware, it's because of a platform holder whose own games, they care about the performance of their games.
Yeah. And then we drift into second place, which is the Xbox. because although it has far less exclusives than Sony, all of those it's slowly more and more being playable with every other system.
Well, and then on top of that, that machine is also a beast, right?
The X is the strongest console, so Sony loses in that department as well.
So there's also that.
Yeah.
Like, it can maintain.
And yet, I'll give Sony has a lot of exclusives.
And some really killer ones.
Yeah.
But I'd be willing
all
to
of
agree
which
with
perform
you.
like ass.
Hey man, don't talk about my 30 frames per second on Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Don't you do that.
You mean you hit 30 in Bloodborne?
I would be willing.
Anything.
I am willing to give it to you with Xbox being second not because of necessarily what they're doing now.
Add to things.
Mm-hmm.
Add to this. Put an Xbox higher than Sony.
It's not even necessarily what they are currently doing now, but they're laying the groundwork to just take it from Sony next generation so hard with all of the additive features of cross-play and services, just doing what people want with the system, making investments in studios and stuff. They are...
For a while, I thought Philly Spencer was blowing some hot air, but he's slowly coming through on his promises.
Yeah. Backwards compatibility is nothing to scoff at, which Sony did.
Yeah. Yes. Actually.
Like, that's the thing. How does Sony not realize
I'm a person who doesn't care about backwards compatibility in the slightest.
But it does matter.
But it's incredibly important.
In terms of building an identity for your brand. Sony, of all companies, should know the value of building an identity for your brand. Like, they've built a reputation on all of these IP that built an identity for their brand.
Yeah.
And of all companies, they should know that goodwill makes or breaks console success. That's what won them this generation. They didn't do anything special with the PS4. They just didn't do the bullshit Xbox was proposing.
Sony is only winning because they let Microsoft fuck up so hard. And Sony delivered a ton of great exclusives. Let's be real, half these exclusives might not have happened if Sony wasn't winning.
Yeah.
And then the other half that are happening probably wouldn't be as good. Sony wouldn't be willing to budget into them being as big as they are. Like, they've only won by default. Sony does not have the best console. Like, they
have a better interface than the Xbox One.
That's by default. Xbox does not have a user interface. It has an interface.
That's a Microsoft problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's Windows.
And you know what? They were like, we like this so much, let's slowly tuck it into Windows. And it was like, stop. Get your tile shit out of here.
But yeah, I don't know. Sony, like, they
need to fuck off.
The one thing Microsoft, or Xbox, the division, needs to learn from Sony is...
You're allowed to make exclusives.
Well, that they're not only are allowed to make exclusives, but Sony is really good... hit something. Sony has been really good at giving studios second, third, fourth, fifth chances.
Yes.
Okay, I'm in the way.
There we go. I'll just move it over.
Technical difficulties.
It's just my PlayStation. Not that I care about it.
Fucking Sony.
Where's
my PlayStation?
But yeah, Sony's been really good at giving their studios second, third, fourth, fifth chances until they get something right. Like, we never would have had a Horizon Zero Dawn if Sony had given up on Guerrilla after Killzone 2, you know?
Because, Killzone 2, 3, and Shadows Fall.
We're all kind of wet noodles, you know?
Is there a game coming out called Shadows Fall?
Killzone Shadowfall.
Is there a new game coming? Shadows
Awakening.
Shadows Awakening. That's okay.
But
that's a whole other story.
Because I feel like Microsoft has been a lot more trigger happy with letting studios go that have had one or two failures, and they're like, "Fuck it, we're done."
Which is kind of weird because at E3 their big thing was like, we got 5 new studios.
Yeah, so I hope they're willing to maintain investment with them, because otherwise. Well, that's how you get long-term franchises.
If they keep the We Happy Few people around, they'll keep anybody around. Because that game is a travesty.
Is that a PlayStation exclusive?
No.
Xbox, PlayStation. I guess the studio that made it is now under the Microsoft umbrella.
Xbox now owns them. But We Happy Few was published under Gearbox because that deal was already done. And
you know Gearbox, our favorite...
Borderlands was an accident.
Borderlands was an inside job. Rando Pitchfork.
Created by himself.
Created by Rando Pitchfork, made Borderlands by himself. And pre-sequel, he said it was made by an Australian team. I bet he just lived in Australia for a while and made it. That's all he did.
That's another one. You want to hear another one of my conspiracies? It's that Borderlands, was accidentally decent.
Yeah.
Nothing about that was intentional.
No.
They farted out a game and people liked it and they're like, what did we do?
do it again! And then they made the second one, which is exactly the same.
Except more memes. which made it worse.
I like how you said that with such a straight face. More memes. I can't do it.
I fucking hate the sense of humor in Borderlands. It's disgusting.
It's just
And then they doubled down on that for Battleborn.
And that game died.
Hard.
That game was dead without Overwatch.
Yeah, but Overwatch just buried it.
Yeah. I very much like Blizzard's way of doing things, where they don't just put out a game, but they're like, we need to kill. It's not just that we must succeed, it's that everyone around us must die. Like, we're making a card game. Hearthstone! Fuck off! We're releasing Torchlight. Diablo! Ship it! Fastest selling PC game in history, and it was ass at launch. Like, they need to decimate the competition.
Is that why there were rumors of that Diablo 4 being like a Souls style thing?
Souls is popular, let's kill them! We're making an action game where you die a lot.
Can you imagine that?
That was rumored for a while.
That could actually be kind of cool.
I'm just imagining, like, Randy Pitchford, like, the day they announced Battleborn, like, really excited and proud of himself and happy, and gets a call from one of the Blizzard execs, like...
It's like, we'll bury you.
Like, if you release this, we're going to kill you. And Randy's like, what? Who is this? And he's like, you know who it is.
He hangs up. Blizzard.
They're here to kill my firstborn.
At it again.
At it again.
Or there's just like a knock on his window. He turns around. It's just like a Blizzard helicopter flies away.
What's the
It's like Randy Pitchford used to bully Jeff Kaplan.
Jeff Kaplan. Yeah, that's his name. Hey Randy, it's Jeff. If you release Battleborn, we're gonna have to
cut off your legs.
Yeah. Remove limbs. Yeah, I have a strong suspicion that like Blizzard wants to own their space, and they do. It's amazing how good of a job they do with how little effort they put into it. It's amazing. Like, Overwatch is...
They put a lot of effort and distribute it across more people than that effort equates to.
Yes. I think that made sense.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
Yeah, because Overwatch is... It blows my mind. A lot of people are like, this game's so incredibly well supported and patch notes and the developers care and stuff, and it's like...
It's been out for more than 2 years?
Yes.
How many characters and levels have they added?
6 characters, 5 levels?
Something like that?
Yeah.
Because I don't count those weird side mode levels?
No, those don't count. And I don't know, let's not compare it to Call of Duty because you're paying for that and the maps, but let's compare it to Call of Duty that gets 12 new maps a year, and that's considered lazy. Mm-hmm. But Overwatch is sucked off every time. Like,
I'd be willing to bet that Overwatch makes more money on loot boxes than Call of Duty does off of Season Pass payments.
Season Pass, yes.
Not off of the microtransaction. No, I bet all told Call of Duty makes more money.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I think Call of Duty... Like, January, February, March, World War II was top, just under Fortnite, or something like that. But yeah, Blizzard...
Stupid Fortnite.
It blows my mind how little effort Blizzard can put into... I shouldn't say little effort. There's developers behind this working and doing stuff, but how little content can be added to their game, and it's still considered competitive, and people play it, and... It's the hive mind thing, right? All of my friends are playing this, now I need to play this. I think we are... part of the few where it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to play stuff that I'm going to have fun with.
Yakuza! But I mean, for the longest time, like, as you know, you always...
We bashed our head in Overwatch as much as we could, and I can't enjoy it.
Because I forced you to.
No,
Chris wasn't... forced me for a while. But then I played on PC for a while, and I played with some buddies, and it was fun.
And you discovered Sombra.
Sombra was fun. And we played it on PC for a bit, and honestly, like, I was playing with some friends who, like, played the game competitively. Like, that was their thing. And they're
Having
always...
a good team helps.
Well, that's the thing, is they were a good team, but they were playing to win, not to have fun.
Yeah.
And they're like, they did the thing, and I didn't do my ult at the right time. They're like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, no, I really want to kill that Mercy. Fuck her. And they're like, well, don't do that. And I'm like...
But she needs to get got. You don't understand.
I'm like, we're winning. Like, and maybe that's part of my hatred for the game is I just don't want to play it seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's a Pixar movie.
Yeah. Well, but I was going to say, like,
how did they make a Pixar movie with no story?
Haven't you played Diablo 3 the most out of all the games you own?
Diablo 3 is like my 4th most played game of all time. I have something like... 8,000 hours into it or something.
But what's higher?
Modern Warfare 2 is definitely higher. And WoW's got to be higher.
Wow. What's higher than those?
I know there's something else in there that I'm just drawing a blank on right now.
I feel like I haven't spent that much time on any game.
I played WoW through Vanilla, Burning Crusades, and Lich King.
Even the games I've played the most.
Modern Warfare 2, like, I repurchased numerous... I've hit max prestige in every platform it's available on at least twice.
Like, I've maybe put 1,000 hours into, like, Tetris DS. That's probably the most I've done in any game.
Yeah. Well, if you look at my Steam library for games, the most played is, like, Wallpaper Engine at 200 hours. Because, I don't know, when I was playing on console, I just log in and play. Mm-hmm. I had no desire to play anything else. And I played, like, I remember, in PS3, I played fucking everything. I played Asura's Wrath. So I've played literally everything.
So you are peak human existence.
Exactly. But
I actually probably played I don't know what my hours count would be, but I probably played an absolute shit ton of Gears of War 1 online.
Oh yeah,
that's
got to be a couple.
Going through various usernames, gaming the system.
Yeah.
Until I
get that free trial.
Yeah. Next story. This is one's for you to enlighten us on. RTX GPUs announced. Give us the dirt.
So NVIDIA announced their new GPUs. Oddly enough, they're launching like almost all of the ones that matter, at least the big ones, the 70, the 80, the 80 Ti.
Yeah, they're not pacing it out,
all
right?
At the same time. No, which is weird because they could do the 70 and then 3 months later do the 80 and then 3 months later do the 80 Ti and people tripled it.
Like, should we be concerned about the quality of them?
There's some weird rumblings going on behind the scenes. They're making up their own measurements for performance, so that's interesting. They're accounting in all of their tensor cores, like everything that does ray tracing, into their overall performance for the card. Meaning, I can't imagine these cards are gonna have much of a performance boost over the existing Pascal cards. Mm-hmm. So 1080 Ti, I imagine the 2080 Ti is going to outperform the 1080 Ti by a decent amount.
You would hope,
but I don't think it's going to be like a 30% jump like we've been looking at before. Like if they say every game 4K 60 FPS, I still don't have the highest hopes for these. Mm-hmm. Ray tracing, specifically they're using it for lighting and shadow effects and reflections and stuff in different games, and it looks fucking gorgeous. The other problem with it is we're seeing it at 1080p, sometimes 60 FPS.
Mostly 30, right?
It seems pretty low. Yeah. Battlefield...
I'll just play PlayStation.
Yeah, if I'm going to be 30 FPS anyway, like...
Yeah.
I'll just play.
And I'm under the impression that this is meant to be like the introductory card, and I can't see this being another PhysX type thing, where it's like, here's a cool tech we're announcing that is implemented into our cards. I don't think ray tracing is going to disappear. I think this is the first step to incredible graphics.
As an outsider kind of looking in when it comes to the PC tech world, this feels to me like this is a skippable generation. Like there's going to be something way better not too far from now.
I think most people that jump on this will be the people that are like, I need to see what this tech is capable of and what I can do with mods.
If you're an enthusiast,
to push it. Exactly.
You have the money to burn, and you
have a spare computer you can just toss it into, and away
I have
you go
a buddy
with
that's pre-ordered 4 2080 Ti's.
Yeah, probably
because
they can afford it.
Yeah, they want to. Oh my god, I should have the math for that. Those are $1,700.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what that's capable of doing. As soon as you start SLIing, you're losing exponentially more performance per dollar. But I want to see what it's capable of. And I was looking at Battlefield was showing off reflective surfaces, and you can see your character reflected into glass.
Not fake reflections,
like actually reflecting
reality,
the existing world. That's really fire cool. Like lighting up things. Like it's not just like an orange shader applied to something. It's like, no, this is the actual effect of fire, like bouncing off the side of a wet gun. Like it's absolutely gorgeous.
I know there's a lot more to it, but my dumb understanding of ray tracing is more or less like actually simulating photons, right? Like the path that light takes.
Yeah, I don't know much about how the tech works exactly. I've just seen what they're.
That's my dumb understanding of it.
The biggest one.
Dumb understanding. That's probably
the biggest one that they showed off that seemed like the most technologically sound. Oddly enough, was the Metro demo, where they showed off. So there was no light source inside the building. It was just sun being reflected into the building, and the way it illuminated like off of the wood and the color of the wood affecting the color of the different parts of the walls and stuff was how real light works. They seem like the ones that are like, it seems like the thing that I like about this is most developers are not like Bloom exists. times 1,000.
Yeah.
They're adding it into ways that they know that it's going to look good. Yeah. And Tomb Raider was the other one that looked absolutely gorgeous. The way they were able to have floating dynamic point lights in... That's opposites. Floating dynamic lights in a scene that was accurately showing soft shadows on the ground, and it was absolutely incredible to see.
And these cards are the first cards that have been able to
do, and you can't do
at an approachabbly acceptable performance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the tensor core specifically, that tech that's built into these cards. And the other great benefit to these cards is the amount of silicon that they've condensed the size of these cards so exponentially smaller that I don't think they can get any smaller than this with the tech we have at this point. But
they don't need a material shift.
It seems like it, yeah.
What happened to graphene? Well, that was a thing, right?
I have no idea, to be honest. But it seems the coolest thing about this is they're like the way we've designed it, and the vapor chambers that are in these things allow us to overclock these cards farther than anything we've been able to overclock thus far.
So was vapor chamber already a thing that people were doing, or was Xbox like a pioneer on that shit?
That has a vapor chamber in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I think the 980s did.
Late to the party then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and this, I guess the other thing that...
So then Xbox was the first console then to do it,
yeah,
right?
I believe so,
obviously PlayStation doesn't.
Yeah, which is funny, because I wonder how AMD handles all of their cards. But the thing that makes me really interested with all of this ray tracing stuff is I think by second or third gen, like, this is going to be reasonably accessible from a price point perspective, and then from like developers actually taking advantage and doing it
at decent performance.
Are they going to bother? Because there's no way consoles are going to have it. There's no way there's going to be like, because consoles tend to go with AMD every time, and there's no way they're going to be adding Tensor Core. Do
all consoles use AMD cards?
Yeah. They'll have
except for the Switch, which uses NVIDIA mobile tech.
Yes. Xbox and PlayStation use an AMD APU accelerated processing unit. It's a CPU and GPU mashed together. Yeah. And it seemed like the X was almost not going to do that.
Oh, they were going to go with someone else?
It seemed like they were going to split up the components at least. Yeah. Who knows what they're going to do for the next set of consoles. Wouldn't surprise me if they have their big beef console and then a medium tier right off the bat. Yeah. But again, I can't see them using any of NVIDIA's ray tracing stuff. I don't know if AMD is going to jump on this or not. AMD just tried really hard for GPUs, and Vega is trash for games, at least. So...
Try again!
Their CPUs are pretty good. But yeah, GPUs... They're strong, but they didn't get the support, and games have to be built different ways for different systems, and it doesn't work like that. Sucks that NVIDIA has a monopoly, but yeah, that's it for RTX. Tentatively excited, I want to see second and third gen.
Well, so then you're saying that we're not going to leave; they're going to come out. You're going to have one then.
I'm probably going to buy the 2080 Ti because I want to see what ray tracing is capable of. I also have no desire to go above 1440p right now.
Yeah, I'm still salty that we're skipping over that generally right to 4K.
Yeah. And, like, honest to God, I can... For fuck's sakes. I have an extra PCIe slot. Assuming my motherboard's capable of it, I can just buy a 2080 Ti and shove it in there with the 1080 Ti.
There you go.
Don't need to remove it. Yeah, I thought NVIDIA was going to release 11... Like, I thought they were going to do another set of boosted Pascal cards to go along with the RTX.
Would have maybe felt more natural of a progression.
But, yeah, no, just straight to that. Anyways.
Speaking of games that might require, like, a second or third gen RTX series card, they finally showed off Cyberpunk. That gameplay got out there. I guess I say finally. I guess it came faster than you would have expected, because they were... behind closed doors at E3.
I was expecting next E3 to be this footage.
Yeah.
Actually. And 10 minutes of it, not 50.
Yeah, holy shit. I didn't watch the full 50. I don't think
I got 15 minutes in. Yeah, I saw what I needed to.
I watched 5 minutes of it and stopped.
Yeah. Looked cool. I liked... Weird thing that stood out to me, I think I mentioned this to you. That was the first time I've ever seen that, like, half-shaved head, hair on one side, hairstyle on a lady, and I was like, that looks really cool.
Personally...
You love it.
I find it, it's hard to do. Like, you gotta have the right everything to pull that off, but...
Yeah, I love that character design. I like the look of the gunplay, the destructible environments, which probably won't be in the final game. CPU ban, that's gonna get ripped
I didn't see any of that stuff. I saw more, like, character customization and...
Okay, so yeah, I guess we can talk about some of the elements. It seems like it is a full RPG. It's not like The Witcher, where it's like RPG light. It seems like it's a full RPG,
but also
time.
a full FPS as well.
So the thing that intrigued me the most is every time I hear FPS and RPG, I think of Fallout, which is actually offensive. That is not
terrible gunplay.
That is not a shooter. That is far from a shooter. Those are the worst controlling. Those are like I don't know. Launch Xbox 360 games were allowed to control like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 4 has that's
no business.
It plays disgusting. How is someone gonna play 76 without VATS? Fuck yourself, Bethesda. Anyways, this game looks like it controls really nicely. Gunplay seems pretty profound.
It's hard to tell from a video, but it looked tight and snappy. Like it was fast. It was,
and to that point, when they showed off the Doom gameplay, even for Eternal, it still doesn't look good. The gunplay, but you know it's gonna feel good.
Yeah,
Doom felt amazing. This looks like it feels pretty good.
Yeah, so if they have this, might be the opposite. It might feel like shit.
So I was a little concerned because one of the things that I saw. And I instantly thought of Mankind Divided.
Man Divider.
Was it kind of looked like the same almost HUD style, and it instantly deterred me from it.
Yeah. This looks like Deus Ex, but good.
So one thing they were saying is, like, most of the HUD elements are completely customizable to the point where you can strip this away and you're playing a shooter. It blows my mind. Everybody's like, damage numbers? Ugh! And I'm like, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
I can see my crits popping off their dome.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
And I like the idea that that's something in-universe the character would be
seeing those numbers.
Because they have cyber eyes!
So cool.
Cyber eyes!
Yeah. And a cyberpunk collar!
Fuck?
And cyber boots!
What
and
are cyber
gloves!
Cyber pies!
Cyberdon!
Cybertron.
Cyberdon.
I'd like a cyber hot dog!
The cyber shark. The Cyberdon. Yeah, so a lot of cyberpunk. Like, it looks like a full RPG, which I'm super excited for. We haven't seen a lot of those pop out lately.
You're gonna have to show me the gunplay then, because I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, there was also I didn't see this, but people were talking about. They were showing just open world driving. You got your car, you're just going all over the place. It's a big world apparently.
Yeah, and that's
wait, not restricted by levels.
No, it's an open world.
Levels,
yeah, it's like a full city.
This seems like it's as open as The Witcher, while
more vertical. And
like I talk shit about The Witcher. I got a lot of problems with The Witcher 3 specifically.
No, it's a polished game.
That game is RPG light. Like, the story is happening and you're there and you're getting better weapons along the way. And
I beat the final boss, so he's a little bitch.
Right? Like, it's even on what was a Warhorse difficulty mode or something stupid.
Yeah,
like, that game was pretty fucking casual. I think we need more games like going in the direction that Cyberpunk is, like being an RPG. Like, is Fallout 4 considered an RPG? I guess in the sense that you're role playing as a character.
Yeah.
But it's so light on role playing elements that you don't have an identity. You're just another wanderer. Yeah, I don't know. This game seems like it's giving you control. You get to be part of an experience that you are manipulating by playing the game. You are playing the role of this character, not just in the way that you do to get levels and guns. Like, it seems like you are actively changing how the game works. And you can be a female character and sleep with other women. So
aces to that.
It's pretty much the best game in the world. It was funny. We were because I think Cheyenne messaged me saying, "Hey, they just showed off gameplay for this game, and you need to watch it. The boob physics are on point." And so
priorities.
I was watching the trailer, and there's a naked, bleeding, dying lady in the bathtub, and her boobs are moving like some boobs. It was pretty funny. Not the whole woman dying in a bathtub part, but attention to boobs is pretty good.
Yeah.
Needs to happen more in games.
Bathtub death, though.
And butt physics.
Why do games not have butt physics? Fortnite. Pioneer this. You got a lot of butts going on in your game. Right? Overwatch.
Nut butt booty.
Like, I don't know. I just, the fact that when I'm playing Overwatch and Winston lands in front of me, I don't see jiggling monkey booty. I need to fix that.
Slap those back titties.
Is that the thing that's bugging you?
Yeah.
He doesn't wear pants, does he?
He does.
God, I hope not.
He wears pants.
Okay, good.
No, he's a furry. He has to wear pants.
Oh,
that's what differentiates
pants.
That's what differentiates a real animal from a furry. Is the clothing they wear.
Alright, let's move on.
I guess there was one other thing with Cyberpunk, and I almost feel bad talking about it. Because
Why,
it's
Chris?
So stupid.
Why?
Someone
Are you annoyed by something?
Someone made a comment at CD Projekt over the Cyberpunk reveal, and it was just some kind of playful joking thing.
This
It's like,
comment
needs more men, or whatever. It was just a fun thing. And then the Twitter account for CD Projekt was also equally playful back. They were like, did you just assume their gender? Everyone's having a good time, whatever. And of course it blew up, because apparently did you just assume their gender is no longer just a...
Playful, fun thing.
No, that is a slur. That is hate speech. That is transphobia. That is whatever.
People need to get drunk more often.
Hell yeah to that, brother.
And I feel like that's a really good place to leave that conversation. I think Miles has the final say.
Just to not build on that, but like the same thing happened with Doom, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Like, people are just pissy to be pissy at this point.
Okay, those people need to get high, though.
Yeah.
The people from...
We just need
and
everybody...
see some real demons. Anyway, Smash Brothers looks pretty good.
Yeah, so last podcast we were like mad shitting on Smash Bros.
Did we even talk about it? I don't remember.
Maybe it was after.
We
were all saying how generally disinterested we were in the game. Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna buy it 'cause you're gonna play with your brother. You like Smash.
You like Smash. We're gonna play Smash. And
but I was
fun.
like, I feel like since the reveal of Smash Brothers,
it was an obligation.
I've been like, yeah, I'll probably end up with it. Whatever. It's Smash Brothers. It's usually good. Like, sure.
And then
they did
they had a Smash Bros. Direct.
Yeah, this was a bit ago now, but they showed some shit, dude. Like, they had all new characters. They had the dude from Castlevania in it. They got King Cave motherfucking Rule.
Which I don't even care about, but
they announced Echo Fighters, Crom and Dark Samus, and, you know, all the character stuff. That's all fun. But then they, like, announced some nitty-gritty shit, wish list shit, that it's the kind of things that, while I'm shooting the shit with one of you guys, I feel like we would bring up and like, oh man, I wish they'd do this.
It's the kind of stuff that Nintendo would never do because they hate their customers.
It's like, hey, what if there was a mode where you had a certain number of lives and every life was a different character? Boom, in the game. Oh hey, how cool would it be if you could turn off the final smash as an item that spawns in and you attack? What if it's just a meter you built up? Boom, in the game. What if you could pick two
hazards?
Yeah, what if you could turn off stage hazards and still have the full layout of the stage without doing some shitty Omega or Battlefield mode or whatever? Boom, in the game. Also, you can still do Omega or Battlefield mode if you really want to. Boom, in the game. Like, they just... Like, everything I would ever want out of Smash Brothers at this point is just there. It's fucking... You can even black out the screen while in the listening mode and just use your Switch as an MP3 player.
Because there's, 60 Castlevania songs in this fucking game?
Like, this is a huge soundtrack.
There's more songs in this Castlevania than there was in the last 3 Castlevanias.
So, they changed Ganondorf.
Yeah, what is he, back to looking like Ocarina of Time, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm
salty
now he's
about
using
that.
a sword
That's cool.
instead of...
So I didn't even see that. He doesn't have the same moves?
Nope. So his up
Most of
smash,
the same moves.
instead of it being the
Oh,
kick,
the thrust
now
kick?
he does like the Ike
Okay.
above.
Okay.
Also,
all of the changes seem good.
All of
Okay.
it, and now his Warlock Punch has like 7 sets of super armor, so you see him start charging up, just move.
Nice.
Don't bother
Leave.
trying to knock
Yeah.
him out.
So they're making him even more unique from Captain Falcon.
Yes. Yeah, he's the only thing he has is the punch now. Really.
Yeah,
I'm probably down B.
Yeah.
Does he still
it
have
didn't
the-
show it. It showed he still has the throat grab
Okay, good.
smash thing. Like he still has that.
Yeah.
But
His down A in the air is still
The stomp.
cock stomp.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal.
Does he still have the hold up and then press A and you do the charging axe kick that explodes?
they didn't show that, but probably
Mm.
that's
Might be
unique.
yeah, it's either
I was
there or
gonna
it's a
say
sword
that's
thing now.
unique to him. That's a lie. Captain Falcon did it first,
But he does it fast and it doesn't explode.
yeah. Yes.
Does he have the standing shock punch?
I don't know. It didn't show that either.
Oh yeah,
It's just a jab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the change for his design is the thing that I dislike the most.
They should have kept him as the old man.
I wonder if
The
they'll have it
Twilight
as a.
Princess.
I wonder if they'll have it as a skin.
See, because
Hopefully.
I always just scrolled through the skins until I found the one that was like
White?
gray hair, and like I just like the look of that. one.
Papadorf. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're trying to fight him, and he's clearly been through a bunch of shit, and he's
And
gonna fuck you up.
The Zelda isn't Twilight Princess Zelda either, which is my favorite Zelda.
Which one is it? Is it Ocarina Zelda?
I guess I can't.
Or is it
honestly
Skyward
remember.
Zelda? And that's an outfit.
It didn't look. Skyward
No, they have
to me.
outfits for. Does she have the Breath of the Wild one? I don't know.
No. I hope so. That's the best Zelda.
I feel like the thing I've been least excited about with the game, though, is character reveals, and it's like just the systems stuff. Yeah. I was like, I didn't think I had it in me to be excited about Smash Brothers.
We know we're going to like most of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, it's Smash at this point. They all play reasonably similar.
Is Zero Suit Samus in the game?
Everybody.
Is she still thick?
Everybody's in the game. Everybody's here, except Waluigi.
Chat base. Start tomorrow.
They should sell them for $50 just because.
Waluigi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
What's the price of the game?
80.
It should be that much.
Yeah, $80 for Waluigi.
You have to buy an Ambio for them, and they only make like the usual 10 Ambios.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I really had to say on Smash Brothers. But holy shit, I didn't think I had it in me to be excited about Smash Brothers. But they're fucking doing it.
December 7th.
Doing it live.
Now, to clarify, I'm going to turn off Ultimate Smash Meter.
I want the meter
turn
on.
off all items. I'm only going to play Omega on every single level, and I'm not going to play it any differently than what I played.
Okay, I want...
So they did say the Smash Meter thing, they are going to be reduced versions of the final Smash so that they're not like necessarily an instant kill kind of thing.
I want Smash Meter on. Well, that was one of my favorite things of Smash stuff. I want hazards off.
Hazards off, yeah, and most items off, unless you're having like a goofy fun time. Okay, that is Ocarina Zelda.
Is that Ocarina? I couldn't
think,
tell.
Yeah, I think that's Ocarina Zelda.
It looks like stupid.
But yeah, generally I do prefer most items off. Unless
I change your outfit to
I kind of wish you could play as... Oh no, it is androgynous Link.
It's Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah. I like.
I think he is going to have
female.
He is going to have
male
outfits
Link.
for the
That's
other one
cool.
as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to try that mode where each life is a different character. I like that concept.
Do you get to choose your character setup?
Yeah. So it's like, say you have 5 stocks, you can be like, I'm Kirby, then I'm Mario, then I'm Ice Climbers, then I'm Ganondorf, and then I'm going to top it off with some Luigi.
Kirby, Jigglypuff, Kirby. Who am I actually playing as? I'll forget while I'm playing.
Anyway, speaking of things that are looking pretty tight, Devil May Cry 5 is looking pretty good.
I like the video I saw.
And the reason I want to bring it up, I'm going to pull up the quote here.
Yes, Chris.
The Devil May Cry 5 director...
So, should we add some background to this?
Yeah, so...
Quote first, then background, maybe?
Background first, then quote?
Or quote, whatever order.
Yeah, background first. So Ninja Theory made themselves a DMC game that some of us rightfully thought was pretty dope.
It was amazing.
And others of us shat on prematurely and
They're
then
incorrect.
refused to admit they were wrong.
They missed a good game.
Yeah, they missed a good game. That game was excellent. It was stylish out the wazoo.
DMC
Devil May Cry. Crime it never will get a sequel. Although it is getting a sequel because DMC 5
is more like DMC
mechanically
than the other Devil May Cry games.
and even stylistically. Plot-wise, no. But it is a follow-up to it.
4.
So actually, that's an interesting point that I wasn't going to include. But this game is a canonical sequel to DMC 2, which was always the end of the timeline as far as the games... that those game stories ever mattered.
3 and 4 were prequels?
Yeah. 3 was a prequel to 1. 4 came after 1, but was before 2. 2 was the Tokyo Drift.
Calm down, Kojima!
2 was the Tokyo Drift, that weird entry that took place in the future that nobody ever thought they'd get past.
Right, okay.
But they did. They're saying DMC 5 is after that. Anyway, people were wrong about DMC Devil May Cry, and even the director of Devil May Cry 5 agrees, because, as he says, and I quote, "We learned so much from Ninja Theory and DMC. That was a collaboration between Capcom and Ninja Theory. I went to Cambridge once every couple of months to work with those guys, so we learned a lot from them. And you want to talk about stylish? Ninja Theory. Those guys are style incarnate, man. What they did with DMC, the art style, those animations, that is real style, you know. So we took a lot of what we learned from that. Even stuff like the kill cams, for instance, we took a lot of that, and having learned that, we tried to implement that in this game as well. Another thing is, we have a lot of friends who love DMC. For me, DMC is one of my favorite DMC games, if not my favorite. And we wanted to make a game in a way that people who enjoyed that game will enjoy the way it controls just as much as they enjoy DMC. Fuck you! Yes!
You're all wrong.
You are all wrong!
You're all wrong.
You're all wrong! They're not all gonna laugh at you. They already are!
You've been waiting 5 years?
I've been vindicated.
You've been waiting.
I am selfish. I am wrong.
I am very, very glad that that turned out the way it is. Yeah, it seems like this is 70% DMC, 30% double.
Like, because I was already thrilled that when they announced DMC 5, the character they showed you as playing was Nero. It's like, ha! You don't even get your precious Dante, you fucks. Good job, Capcom. So yeah, I get the sense that Capcom is maybe just a little bit salty about the DMC response as much as I was. So
Yeah.
I like that they're rubbing salt in that wound.
I really enjoyed that game. It was hard, but holy shit, was that a fun game.
Oh, I'm so happy by that. And to end on a shittier note,
What else do you have for us, Chris?
fucking Riot Games, man.
Rito Games. What do you got for us?
So they were at PAX West this weekend, and at multiple sessions they were going to be having. They were going to be for, and I quote, women and non-binary folk only. According,
am I a binary folk?
you are a binary as
do you
AF.
identify as male or female?
Sometimes.
You're binary.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Non-binary
and according
is when
to
you're not male or female.
So then I'm not binary.
According to senior Riot employee Chris Pollock, let's see. Anyone who thinks that's that move is sexist is an indefensible idiot.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Thank you for your input, Mr. Pollock or Sister Pollock. I don't know how you identify.
Okay, that's not a real name. He's not your dad. So I absolutely agree with the idea of giving women more opportunity in this industry because
100% everybody.
Yeah, it's a male-dominated industry. Absolutely. I don't think excluding, picking, and choosing and filling quotas is the way to do that.
No, that you're going to end up with shitty writing, shitty design, shitty...
And it's a strange coincidence. As these quotas are starting to be pushed, we get games like Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
Which are just shit, inside and out.
Yeah.
Funny how that happens. And then you have companies that aren't... It doesn't really seem like they're needlessly filling quotas.
And it's like, it's this bizarre misunderstanding. Like, they change the definition of what it means to be racist or what it means to be sexist. It's like, oh no, to be sexist isn't to discriminate against someone based on their sex. It's sex plus power. Yeah. So if you are considered to be a one having power, we can't be sexist against you. You have power. It's absurd. It's disgusting. I don't know what else to say about it other than...
It's how it's all going. This is an industry that is slowly collapsing into itself to the fault of everybody. They're all wrong. The fans for being ignorant, the developers for... I guess there's not a lot of developers that are really at fault for this. It seems to be mostly major publishers that are shoving them into holes. But then you have entitled people. Yeah, no, everybody sucks. We all suck at this.
Yeah. Well, I guess a thing that I would point
Not
at...
me.
Yeah, Miles is above it all.
I'm here for Chell. Fuck off.
Yeah. The thing I would point to, like, the general gaming community for being at fault is, I guess, articulating their grievances poorly.
And then...
It's like, it'd be like,
death threats and bomb threats are not a way to...
Which, I always have doubt whenever someone says, I received death threats. It's like, okay, where?
Yeah.
Because that seems like a really easy crutch to use.
I received death threats.
Yeah.
It's not for me to disprove that you've gotten death threats. You need to prove that you have gotten death threats. And if you have, that does suck. And that should never happen. Yeah.
Also remember, though, the type of people that are going to send you death threats over the internet are 12 years old. So
yes. Yeah. So that's nothing to... I don't know. The people that blow this out of proportion and it's like an end of my life because this and this, it's... No, you're in an industry.
Although remember, these people are children, and this is the worst thing that's ever happened to them.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, everything in perspective is important.
But yeah, the thing that my immediate thought on the whole Riot PAX panel thing was, so Miles, I don't know if you had heard of this. Mm-hmm. Riot Games was coming under fire somewhat recently. A lot of reports coming out of them having like a sexist work environment and stuff. So my first thought was like, oh, is this an overreaction to that? Is this them trying to turn hard the other direction and say, oh, look how not sexist we are. We're going to kick out all the dudes and have just the ladies and the non-binary folk. The other thought I had, though, was what if this isn't that? What if this is the faction within Riot who was making those accusations in the first place, making their stand and saying, see, fuck white men. I don't
Also
know.
easy to make those accusations because there's...
Like, I don't know what's happening at Riot. They might be sexist. Who knows? But sexist based on whose definition?
Yeah, there's no definition.
Because the actual definition or the made-up one?
Not allowed to wink at people.
That's sexist.
Yeah.
No saying that we can't wink at people.
That's sexist.
Yeah. I identify as an eyeball. So.
You're appropriating by winking.
It's
all nonsense and everybody... We need a...
But if you're an eyeball, is it sexist to blink then?
Yeah.
Because that's involuntary.
Yeah, well, that's what you think.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, blinking is a social construct perpetuated by the patriarchy.
We need a cleansing by fire.
Like, nobody needs moist eyeballs. Nobody needs moist eyeballs. It's a lie. The man just likes their eyeballs moist.
I've seen studies online that say eyeballs cause violence in children.
Yeah.
So
you can't fight someone if you can't see them.
Exactly. Eyeballs kill 18 billion children every second around the world.
We just derailing. I don't even...
We found out what the population on Earth was today, and we were trying to figure out how much of that population is willingly stupid. Like, not just uneducated.
What was the number?
It's like 7.5 billion people as of like 2017.
And Chris decided that 18.5% of those people are willingly stupid.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say it's 75%.
75% are willingly stupid. Because there's absolutely people that are born in countries that just don't have access to education. They have no control over that. Here in North America, we generally...
the wrong education.
Education in brackets.
Yeah.
I went through a Canadian high school, and look how I
Look
turned
at me!
I'm fine!
School is for fools! Look at me! No, what we need is people like Miles in fucking politics, because just be like, shut up.
You're all fucking stupid. See, me and Chris
like, you're not going to get into it. You're not going to get into the fight. You're just be like, nope!
Me and Chris tend to be passionately against... Although, I'm more centered than you are, according to that quiz.
Apparently.
So...
Yeah.
I'm also on the opposite side, according to that quiz.
We're pretty close to both. Pretty close to center.
Yeah, we're centered. I have a strong suspicion Miles would be... We should make Miles do the quiz.
Sure.
What quiz?
It's like the political compass test.
To see where you are. I was like almost right on the middle. Like it was pretty funny.
Yeah, you were right of center, or a little bit right of center. I was a little bit more left of center, but
was right
wing. Like
I know nothing about
conservative. Like
okay, what are the conservatives doing? What are they all about?
I don't know.
Cool.
I couldn't tell you, man.
Right.
I don't know what it means anymore because like anything to the right of far left is radical right at this point.
He's got a point.
Like it doesn't nothing.
And anything to the left of the right is radical left.
Probably. Yeah.
No,
that's why I don't practice religion anymore.
Yeah.
Too radical.
they can't handle the swagger.
So yeah, maybe we'll just have to have a politics podcast one day where we spout our own ignorance.
Because our opinions based on nothing but our own internalized oppression.
Everybody else is allowed to have their opinions based on nothing. We want to as well.
Yeah.
And if nobody watches it but us later, when we feel like watching an old podcast that we put up and listen to ourselves be absolute morons, then so be it.
That's all I had on Riot. This story devolved even further with them doubling down, and it's
good job, Rito.
It's not good.
They make a shit game. League of Legends is terrible.
I like it.
No, you don't. You liked playing it.
No, it's terrible.
You liked playing it.
No, you like the idea of it. You're infatuated with it. You're not in love with it.
There's nothing I enjoy more.
I'm only sexually attracted to it. I wouldn't marry.
There's nothing I enjoy more than playing a game where I can be killed by the same ultimate move twice in the same shot.
You died, respawned, and that laser beam hit you again.
In my spawn and killed me.
We were so not leveled.
Yeah.
But we were dragging our team into hell in that game. Like, you know how...
I bitch
like
at
when a
people
team
in
gets
Heroes.
like going in Heroes of the Storm. Imagine that times like 5. Like League of Legends was brutal.
I played League of Legends once.
And you get yelled at by some 12-year-olds about doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually,
back when toxicity. I can't take that word seriously anymore.
Back when there was actual toxicity.
Yeah, back when it was like when toxicity meant get the fuck out of this game. You suck. It's like okay, I will.
I'm toxic in Call of Duty's text chat.
Yeah.
I'm a very toxic player.
Sorry, I was just playing Toxicity in my head, but sorry.
But it's just like
Me and Miles are toxic players.
I can't take
In
that
Call
word
of Duty
seriously.
specifically, it's the game because I'm good at Call of Duty, so
I'm just here to shit on
I'm
people
allowed to
and
be
call
an
them out in
asshole.
chat.
It's the only game I do it in.
Yeah, like when did good old trash talking?
Yeah, so that's
making friends. Because
Like
that's the
who's
thing.
that?
Like yeah.
So there was a guy that we were like mad shit talking to, and by the end of it, we were like best bros.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's now considered toxicity in video games.
Yeah.
And if this were anything besides Activision, we'd probably have been banned from that game.
Yeah. Because this fundamental
Like-
misunderstanding of how men bond.
Yeah.
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 That's what we shit talk each other.
Yeah.
We come to an understanding and then we're bros.
Like,
and then we keep shit talking each other.
From the outside, it might look like we're just touching dicks. That also happens, but it's. Don't look at me like that, Miles. But yeah, no, honestly, it's about having fun and being
Like, are you comfortable if Chris is here and we do it, or do you need Chris to leave?
I'll be outside with my ear to the door.
Oh my god! But yeah, Call of Duty was our first match. We jumped in after mad shit talking this guy.
Yeah.
Jumped in. Immediately quick scoped him from across the map from that second story thing, and he's like, "Listen here, motherfuckers!" And it derailed into we're all just playing Call of Duty together. Like I don't know that.
The next match,
When
he's
did
standing in front of us. He's saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" And he forgot you said hi to me, and he got salty about it.
I got super upset. He didn't respond to me. He was only talking to Miles.
So yeah, like since when did that become? Oh, that's toxic behavior. We need to stamp that out and make it a safe space for everybody. Like what?
I am far less likely to play something like Overwatch now if I can't mess around in chat like that.
Yeah.
Like, I would always log in and the first thing I'd say is, hello, friends, and somebody would be like, hey, what's up? And be like, y'all ready to lose? I've had terrible teams all night and I expect y'all to be no different. Like, I'm just here fucking around.
Yeah.
Like, we're playing a fucking casual game of Overwatch.
For casual babbies.
Exactly.
The appropriate response to that is, "No, you."
Yeah. Well, and
Fight me at PAX!
the amount of times I've gone into a WoW match and I've been like, you guys ready to lose? Like, all the teams I've had tonight sucked, and some guy's like, "Sick, you're a Demon Hunter, idiot. That's why you've lost." And it's like, yeah, that's the kind of shit I want.
Like the key to playing online
Like,
games
no,
and getting in these
yeah.
public chats is the thing they teach you in improv comedy is yes and.
Yeah. Yeah.
You take the ball and you throw it back. You don't cry and run off to Riot Games and be like, "They told me I was a bad boy."
And then, I guess to...
Get the bully hunters on the line.
Oh my god, that happened. To take it a step further, though, like,
That's what it's all about.
mute features exist in all games. Like, I'm never doing this in voice chat. If I'm in voice chat, you'd be respectful to people and you have a good time. Or you'd be like, hey, stop being shit at the game, dude. Or call the person who's top of the leaderboard, I'm always like, stop sucking. Why are you so bad at this game? And the guy's like, I'm in first. What are you talking about? And it's like, yeah, you suck. Get better. Because you're just fucking around.
And
And then you invite them to your bar mitzvah to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exactly.
Because in that particular game, you're the guy running around with just a handgun.
I'm the worst player generally.
You're
But that's why there's the option to mute people both in text chat and voice chat. And I've heard the arguments like we shouldn't have to mute people. It's like, why is it a feature? Holy shit. Just if you want to have the perfect non-toxic game, Splatoon's the only way to fucking do it. You remove voice. You remove the human equation from it.
But listen, if we could control other people's behavior, we wouldn't have to take responsibility for our own overreactions.
No, it's
Ovary. Sorry. I had a response to that, and then I derailed myself.
I didn't take offense to what you said. You offended me. Apologize.
Yeah, it's your choice to be offended. Fuck off.
You
And
know
it's not like I'm never being racist in the chat. I'm never saying anything sexist. I'm never saying anything demeaning to this person, aside from just a general, you suck at the game.
Yeah.
Stop.
Get good, kid.
Get good, kid. Oh man, like if Dark Souls had some awesome text chat that was contrived of their pre-made messages, I get shit on at Dark Souls PvP all the time. I'd love to just have some dude backstab me off a building and be like, "You suck!" Like, and that's all I want in the game. It's. Oh, imagine if when you died in Dark Souls, they got to put the chat message on your screen instead of you died. It was just like,
"Nay thee, hole."
Yeah. Insert behind sword. Something fucking
Insert sword at behind.
That would be amazing. That's
like a victory message.
like you can have that one for free. Put it into Sicario, Blizzard. Add PvP.
Are we just done?
I think that's the end of the podcast. Oh, we're looking forward to Sicario coming out.
Yeah.
Wait, now you are excited for that?
Yeah.
So initially, I was under the impression they were just making like a straight up action game, which wouldn't have been terrible. Like, I'm gonna buy this fucking game anyways. But it seems like, although there's no level up system and sadly no character creator, always bugs me. I really wish I could play a female character in fucking every game. That's not sarcasm. I want to play as a female character in every game. It seems like they're adding things to like change gear abilities and level up and get different attachments and things and kind of Metroidvania your way around the map. Like go back and see and do stuff.
Like ability or a gear that's going to actually affect your traversal through the world.
And they showed off some of the combat in the game. Character was flinging himself around the map like a sociopath. Like it was fucking tastic, and I'm convinced that's why they're not adding PvP. Because
to sync that up.
Yeah, because they couldn't even sync up Dark Souls' movement speed in Dark Souls 3.
And have you seen like some of the hitbox porn going around about this
It's
game?
good.
Oh, just like the close shaves when you slow down the footage and it's like, because you see it and it's like, did that hit just go through that guy? It's like, nope, he was like a fraction of an inch left of the blade and then cut up into his giblets.
It seems like it's really going to reward you for, like just like Dark Souls, reward you for learning movement
Or like
patterns.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, honestly, it seems closer to Bloodborne than anything, and that's been my favorite FromSoft game. I hated Dark Souls 3. That's the worst one they've made.
And it also looks like most kills in the game are going to end with like brutal finishers because most of your hits aren't doing direct damage. It's breaking their guard, and when their guard is broken, so you're not breaking their guard by parrying or shooting them at the right time. It's by physically breaking their guard down, and then they're open, and you just finishing move them.
Very aggressive attacking.
Yeah, like they have a health bar and they have a poise bar. And you break their poise and kill them.
This was originally going to be their other series.
It's going to be Tenchu.
Yeah.
Which I don't think FromSoft ever personally developed. They just published, I thought. But I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's out March next year. I'll buy it on sale.
I was worried about mobility, honestly.
Mm-hmm. We'll pull up some footage after here. Like after we look at some Cyberpunk as well. Like,
You've seen the Cyberpunk stuff. You don't need it anymore, right?
Well, no. He wanted to see the cars and the gunplay. He didn't see that stuff.
I haven't seen it either, and I don't care. Oh, I saw the gunplay.
I haven't seen the gunplay. I only just
watched the gunplay.
Like I said, I saw the HUD and
it's car stuff, whatever. It's there.
I saw the HUD and I went, ooh, very Deus Ex.
Yikes.
So
Yeah, but yeah, we'll also look at some. I'm going to call it Sicario now too because that's just fun.
Right. So that's the end of this.
that was an alright movie.
Probably
Have you seen that movie?
overly. I absolutely love
Emily Blunt. I still haven't seen that movie, but I know she's in it.
She can be in every movie.
What's his face is in it too? Benicio del Toro.
I really
He's
like
good.
him as well. I much prefer Emily Blunt though.
He was
If
the best
Emily
part of The
Blunt-
Last Jedi.
If Emily Blunt was in every movie, what?
Benicio del Toro, he was the best part of The Last Jedi.
What was he in The Last Jedi?
He was that like the thief guy.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Wow,
That
I
was-
paid attention to that movie. Holy shit! I remember the big Game of Thrones lady died in it.
Oh yeah.
That was all I remember.
I hope she's alive in the next one.
Yeah.
Like I hope she is
Like, against
third story
all
bathroom
odds.
Yakuza guy.
Yeah.
Just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that meme. That's a nice meme.
Third story Yakuza guy.
Yeah.
Always coming back for more.
Yeah. Although he only came back once.
He better come back and call on me.
That'd be great.
All right, then we should probably end the podcast.
We didn't get any emails because nobody listens to us. But if you want to email us,
if you're offended by anything we said, email.
tell us how bad we are, and we promise we will read it and consider it and take your opinion seriously and change our mind and berate ourselves.
On a serious note, I would love to hear alternate opinions and other ideas from this kind of stuff, presented in a manner that is not screaming profanities at us.
Yeah, unlike us.
Because I'll read the profanities off. I don't mind that at all. I'll quote anything you fucking say. But
the second you're quoting, it's not bad. You're
no, Miles. It is 2018.
I'm appropriating their dialogue.
No, I don't give a fuck what year it is.
Context doesn't matter. It's 2018.
PewDiePie's a Nazi.
If you are afraid to read it, give it to me.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm afraid to read it. I'm just saying
read
context
it
doesn't matter. It's
verbatim.
2018.
It will be read verbatim.
I hope everybody takes everything I said out of context.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it'll be fun. Because that means somebody's actually watching our stuff.
Oh, okay. Because you meant everything that you
Because
said.
this is the bus we live under.
Yeah, there's nothing, I guess, to take out of... You could probably make me sound terribly racist, but whatever. I'm over it already.
At what point?
I probably said some shit that you can string together.
I mean, if anything, potentially the worst that was even said was the sexism stuff.
You said NHL's good. That's a male-dominated sport. You're sexist.
Oh, well. Bite
Oh, well, bite me. Fine.
No. Just kind of loafin at gmail.com if you really want to tell us what you think.
I'll leave it recording for a second and I'll cut off the end.
So yeah, just kind of loafin at gmail.com. No G on the loafin. It's a loafin. I-N. JUSTKINDA LOAFIN at gmail.com.
Chris will put it in the
Right,
in the chat.
It'll be in the description.
Right?
You have to leave it for like a full minute or it cuts.
Podcast over!